Yellow, yellow, yellow. What's going on, everybody? There is my chat. There you go. Hello. What's going on, y'all? What's up, Lauren? Thanks for being first. What's up, Boots? How's it going, y'all? Can we get some taps on the screen? Let me fix all of my windows. I hate when I restart my computer. There's usually 1,000 things to fix. What's up, Kristen? What's up, HE-dubs? A notification? You guys got notifications? Love to hear it. How does my microphone sound? It sounds a little loud in my ears. And I'm also uncaffeinated right now. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Otherwise, give me some taps. Low and mellow. I can turn it up a little bit. Hi, Beth. What's up, Pika? How's it going, y'all? Chat, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Let me see if we got somebody. Yellow, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you like about Trump?
I voted for him so he would do what he's doing right now, just imploding everything. I voted for him so he would end capitalism or the world financial system as we know it. I think that it's pretty evil.
You're accelerationist?
Yeah. Surprised you know that word. But yeah, this is good. Basically, the dominoes are already falling. Trump, even if the Democrats were to impeach him right now and just reverse everything that he's done, it's too late. This is the end, unfortunately. So, and that's good. We need to rebuild the country. And
you think that's going to happen in your lifetime?
No, I think that it's going to collapse and it's going to either get worse or, we're not going to be here literally because we won't have any food or clean water. But there is a small sliver of a chance that we could rebuild it into something better. And that's impossible if we continue. If we put Kamala in charge, what? She's just going to continue the empire for 10 more years? That's not good.
So you're just a socialist? Communist?
Yeah, I don't like capitalism. Yeah, correct. So this is literally the only chance that we have of ending the system of wage work and devoting your entire life to the elites and being in poverty while you do it. This is...
I feel like condemning everybody to disease and cholera and dying of other things is pretty bad too. It's you, right?
That's the thing is you don't learn until people don't learn until the capitalism negatively affects themselves, right? So you can live your life and go to work and sit in your air conditioning while the people in Africa toil, 16-hour days in mines to build your iPhone. That's fine. People have no problem doing that. But as soon as it starts to affect them, then they're like, oh, I can't believe you did this. This is so horrible and evil.
But the thing is, you don't know what's going to come after this. Some rich fuck might still be able to gather all this up and just be a king or something, authoritarian of some sort. You know this. In fact, it's part of your plan.
Yeah, I think isn't it? I think that would be good too because that makes it even more explicitly evil. People do not learn unless this stuff affects them, unfortunately.
Yeah, again, you're just you're just administering fatal lessons to people and hoping that this comes out the other end. Like, this is just you being a nihilist. This is not going to happen the way you want it to be. I think you're silly. I also just don't feel like infighting at a time where, like, this is probably the most important midterms of anyone's life right now. November. ELO, is this a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but I have a medical condition, and under Trump, it's better than under Biden.
Okay, how so?
So I got a lobotomy, so I don't have a fucking brain, so it makes it easy. I don't have to think. Donald Trump just tells me what to believe, and I believe it.
All right. Thank you, Carrie.
Trump.
Chat, tap the screen. Let's get to like 20K. Guys, if you're friendly, please hop out of the box. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Is this a Trump supporter?
This is a Trump supporter, sir.
Cool. What do you like about Trump?
Well, for starters, he doesn't like to unalive the unborn child. I like his stance on immigration. I like
his stance on immigration is pretty wild. Can you back his stance on immigration?
Can I back it?
Yeah, like what's so important about mass deportation? What's that good for?
Well, it's just deporting people who are here illegally or criminals.
Yeah, but he's tripled the budget. He's like killing U.S. citizens. He just fired Kristi Noem because it's going so bad. What's all this about? What's all this for? What's the end game?
The end game is to have a process of immigration that consists of doing it in a legal manner. Wouldn't you
This
agree?
isn't. You're ducking the question.
I mean,
I'm asking you.
Preaching this.
I'm asking you.
I'm
What's
not ducking the question.
Yeah, you are.
This
What's
is
the
same policy
what's
that
the use
Obama
of
had
mass?
that-
No, it's not. What's the use of mass deportation?
Yeah, it is.
I can tell you the difference.
Yeah, Obama
It's
got
not.
on. Obama got on a pulpit and said the exact same things, which consisted of we want people to enter our country legally.
No, Trump has gone as far as to call them vermin and poisoning the blood of the country. There's a lot more to it. It says the rapists and criminals, some might be good people. Right? It's a little different when you say stochastic terrorism stuff.
Those are CNN talking points.
No, those are Trump talking points.
Would you agree?
What? Those are things Trump said. Those will echo throughout history for the rest of time. That's the things your leader said.
Yeah.
He's quoting Hitler.
Is that what you tell? Is that what you tell yourself so you sleep better at night?
That Trump says bad things?
Yeah. Is that how you Is that how you put yourself to sleep at night after unaliving small unborn children?
I don't really grant personhood, or I don't grant morality to things about personhood.
Is that funny?
No, I'm not superstitious. So no, yeah, I think it's funny
So
that you think that.
they're not alive so that you can smash them.
I can smash
So you
them.
pretend that they're not alive. What do you think happens in them? You give them a lethal injection where they're unalive.
Yeah, I don't think
Or
that
they
these
get
things
ripped
you're
apart.
trying to protect can experience those things.
This is not made up.
Yeah, I know. Can those things experience
What's
that?
that?
Are the things you're talking about, do they experience what you're saying? Like, if something is 6 weeks old, it pretty much just looks like I fucking hawked a loogie into a petri dish. You're saying that we're ripping things apart. Can it feel it? Is it alive, awake? Is it conscious? No, it's not. You're protecting,
Your
like,
logic is if it doesn't feel it, then we can kick it, right?
Sure. No, if it can't experience it,
so-
if it can't feel it, if
So
it
your
has no
logic is that
subjective
if my
experience.
dog doesn't feel it, I'll kick it.
No, it has no. That thing is a conscious experience. So that thing will feel trauma, whether it felt the pain or if it didn't feel the pain, and it just felt scared. There's so many elements to it, all right? But this thing feels none of those
So
things.
if my grandfather's in a coma where he doesn't feel anything, then I can kick him.
No, because
Logic?
it's capable of deploying consciousness.
No, yeah, yeah. Keep lying to yourself. I know. I mean, it's just terrible that.
Hey, man, can I ask you some
terrible
questions
that you
now?
can, like you can actually like sleep at night.
Every developed nation on Earth allows abortion. There's free abortions in Israel, who we fund. Free.
Doesn't matter. I still disagree with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's you being superstitious. You are the
Like the
small
example
minority.
now is well, other countries do it. Other countries do it, so it should be fine.
That's what you do. Every other country has laws about the border. That's what you're going to say next, right? What happens if you go to Mexico?
No.
Yeah.
What does happen if you go to Mexico?
I don't care about other countries. Okay?
I'm just asking you, what does happen?
They don't have a military the size of any military on Earth, bigger. They don't have that running around looking for people that are illegal. They don't have the money, neither do we, for that.
Go ahead. Ask me some questions.
Yeah. How do you feel about IVF?
I'd like to hear your questions.
How do you feel about IVF?
Well, I think that life starts at conception. So if it's a life, I don't think that you should be disposing of life.
So you don't believe in
Does that
IVF?
make sense to you?
So you don't like IVF?
Yeah.
So you don't believe in
I would do
the
it.
treatment that allows women who desperately want to have children. You don't like them pursuing that.
I mean, did you not just hear me explain it to you?
Yeah, you're the evil person here. If anyone can think of an evil thing, that's
You're
you,
saying-
not me. That's you.
No, I want to explain to you your logic. You're saying, well, this made a woman feel good because she unalived 3 babies to get to her baby. Like that's your logic. I mean,
You
that's
think
really where we're at right
that you
now.
think that multicellular organisms are full-grown babies. You
do
think they're
understand, like,
babies.
the medical community agrees that life begins at conception.
Yeah, but what is like? No
you
one
do understand
disagrees
that,
that
right?
it's not life. I agree, it's life.
The-
It's like, what do you value? You
not-
are you vegan?
Am I vegan?
Yeah.
No.
So you obviously have some sort of
vegan.
discernment. You have some sort of discernment, right, for life. You eat pigs, you eat calves. Pigs are extremely smart. They're smarter than dogs. You eat those. You're
Would you kick
a
it if it didn't have
savage.
feelings?
You're a barbarian.
Would you kick it if it didn't have feelings?
No, but you kill them, right? You kill them and you eat them. You kill them and you regardless, right?
Are you
you kill
vegan?
them? No.
Are
I'm
you
not.
vegan?
No.
You-
So I don't
you eat
hold
cow?
I don't hold to these ideas. I don't hold to these superstitious ideas. I don't have to
Yeah,
defend them.
Well, I mean, under my beliefs, I believe that that human beings are made under the image of God.
Okay, well there you go. You're very superstitious,
We're
religious.
image bearers.
Yeah, okay. I don't have any sort of religious beliefs.
Yeah,
So that's you being superstitious.
That's fine. You have religion of freedom in this country. Something
You mean freedom of
by our
religion?
Constitution.
Yeah, sort of. Some people don't agree with that. Some people like Trump and his entire cabinet don't agree with that.
That you have religious freedoms here.
Yeah, Trump started a federal task
Can you
force.
point out something that he's done?
Yeah, he started a federal task force for anti-Christian bias. Is that something the government should go after?
I mean, we go after the triple Ks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where can you tell me where they do that?
FBI has done it throughout history. The FBI
You guys are comprised of people that are in the KKK.
Are you living in reality?
Yes.
You guys?
Yes, the right.
That'd be
Yes.
you, buddy.
You know, Stephen Miller.
I'm brown. You're white. You're white.
You could still uphold white supremacist values.
I know. I know that you feel bad that you're white, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel bad that you're white.
Now you're starting to say triple K stuff.
You should feel proud. You should feel proud that of who you are.
This is called white guilt.
Be ashamed that you're white.
This is called white guilt. This is a white supremacist talking point.
That's you.
It's a white supremacist talking point.
That's you, right? Do you feel guilty?
If you believe that's a thing,
for being
that is white supremacy.
Yes or no? Do you feel guilty?
No,
white?
I don't believe that I personally feel guilt. I know history of the United States. I know the wrongdoings, and I know that the things in language and politics we shouldn't partake in to perpetuate those ideas. You're doing those things, not me. You're doing that.
Can you point out exactly how I did that?
Yeah, when you're pointing out white fragility that I feel guilt for my race, that is a common talking point amongst the far right. It's a white supremacist thing where they want you to feel, they gaslight you.
Guilty. No, I'm asking, do you feel guilt for what white people have done?
I don't sit around having negative guilt about it. I want to make it right or wrong. I just answered it. I just answered that. Did you hear me? I don't. Do not. There you go.
Okay, so you don't feel any guilt for what your kind has done to African Americans?
Do you?
Well, my people never did any of that kind of stuff.
Who's your people? The right, the people who you vote for, vehemently did it.
What do you mean?
The right?
Are you saying are you saying that the Republican Party is full of white people?
No, they're full of white supremacists and neo-Nazis.
Can you point one out other than Donald?
Nick Fuentes.
That's like a political commentator.
Stephen Miller.
Not like an actual politician.
Stephen Miller.
Okay, and what has he put on like a white cap? This is Trump derangement syndrome. Like, this is literally Trump derangement syndrome where all you can point to is the racist. These are racist. These are racist things. These people are so racist. Like,
Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon. I mean, they are racist. You're asking me for evidence. Okay, here you go. Steve Miller, President Trump.
False accusations.
President Trump has done this. They have done this. They have reduced the amount of refugees that can come into this country. They have allowed only white people from South Africa to come in arbitrarily, citing that they're in a genocide. By the way, which is a lie.
Persecuted by racists.
And so have many other countries. Many other countries have persecution.
Like, you were just on a racist tangent, and then these people are refugees that are white people that are being. And
there's many. Do you believe there's no other refugee on Earth?
This is the hypocrisy.
Is there any type of refugee that should be allowed to the United States right now that's suffering the same thing? Maybe, I don't know, like Uganda? Or any of the other like civil wars going on in Africa? In Sudan? What about the people that are getting bombed in the Middle East right now? Do you have anything to say? You're not responding to anything.
Like Pickles, you're not doing very well right now, pal.
Chip, you're not responding to anything I said. Iran? I feel like Iran is the biggest disaster it's the biggest disaster we could ever imagine on the world stage.
Okay. Why do you feel that way? Like, what's your
oil's about to skyrocket? Are you excited about that? You know, oil, like the price of gas is going to skyrocket. It is skyrocketing. You excited?
I think it was up 4%.
Did you know that Russia's economy is now
that's
doing great? Did you know that Trump saved Russia's economy doing this?
Russia's not doing great at all.
Trump has saved Russia's economy.
Russia's
The barrel of oil in Russia has gone from $37 to $57 overnight.
What
Thanks, Trump.
Russia has depleted their own soldiers so bad that they're getting like 13 and 14-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Russia's not doing great at all, pal.
And how much is Trump
They're
helping
getting
them?
beat by a very, very, very much smaller country, and it's not going to go good for them. That's why they don't. That's why they don't comment on anything else going on. They have the biggest problem right now, and it's not going very well from them.
From
You
them?
understand? They're not doing great. They're not doing great in no way or fashion. They're not like somehow growing from this. This is a delusion. You're delusional.
Yeah, Trump just helped Russia out big time.
No.
Yeah.
No. In fact, when China can't buy oil from Iran and all
They're going to
these
be pissed
black
too.
markets,
Yeah, they're going to be pissed too. Yeah, this is a recipe
Oh, no,
for a
China's
huge conflict.
pissed.
Yeah. Huge conflict.
and we want to help out China.
We have adversaries all over the world. Japan is now about to be fucked. Japan is fucked. The Strait of Hormuz is Hormuz is closed.
China though.
What about Japan? What about Japan? I'm saying the whole world is in turmoil. The whole world is in turmoil. Japan's one of our closest
country.
They're our closest ally. They're one of our closest allies.
Japan is a sovereign country. They can get oil from whoever they want.
Yeah.
In fact, if they want some Venezuelan oil,
Dude, this guy's too drunk and he's fucking negative 600 IQ. Hello?
Hey, Pickles.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, what are your thoughts? Why do you guys supporting Iran killing over unaliving over 30,000 protesters?
Why would you
Is
say
that-
we support that?
'Cause
Why would you say that?
Because that was enough for me, for us to go in. We should have went in
We should have gone in.
January.
What
We
about
should've
when
done it
they
in
just
January.
slaughtered people? Why did we pull off of Afghanistan? Were they starting to be polite to their own people?
We're not talking about Afghanistan. I'm talking about Iran.
Why did we pull out of
Well,
Afghanistan?
Why are you okay with them killing?
Tom,
unaliving
this was
30,000
happening.
of
This
their
happens all over the Middle East. Do you want to go back to Afghanistan now?
Answer my question.
Do you want to go back to Afghanistan?
Why were you okay with them unaliving over 30,000 protesters? That was enough for me.
So,
that was enough for me.
Tom,
to put boots on the ground.
Tom, your answer to them unaliving protesters is going over there and indiscriminately bombing them?
Indiscriminately is 100% incorrect.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Have you seen the munitions? Have you seen the munitions they were using?
It's 100% targeted.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Hospitals? Hospitals? Does this sound? Do you think Israel does Do you think they do targeted bombing?
Any of my questions?
I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video.
Israel? Are we Israel?
Yes.
We are not
Yes.
Israel. Well, that's
Yes.
where you're wrong.
That's we are Israel.
How do you spell Israel?
ISREA. Yeah.
Is there an I in the U.S.?
I don't think the spelling has anything to do with it. I think that
it's
you
just a
can't tell me why we went to do this other than 30,000
simple
people.
question. You can't answer a
I
simple
am.
question.
What's the question?
Was it okay for them to kill?
I already
30
told you it's not. But your prescription to this is killing more of them. That's dumb.
100%. 100% get those.
You think we should just go kill them because they were killing too many people? We're killing civilians.
We're not killing civilians.
Yes, we are.
We are not Israel. We are not Israel. We are the United States of America.
They're sitting there. Iran is sitting there going, That's an Israeli missile. That wasn't U.S. Thank God. That one was U.S. No. They are both together. We are allowing them to do this. The thing about Trump, the difference between Trump.
Do what they want. They're a
Yes.
sovereign nation. They could do whatever they want.
Oh man, Tom, you don't understand politics. I'm muting you. The whole reason Israel hasn't done this in 50 years is because they are looking at us for permission. They say, if we want to do this, we absolutely have to do this. They've been tricking every president, every bit of intelligence they've given us. They just swear Iran has weapons of mass destruction every day. What do you mean, prove that?
Prove that statement.
Netanyahu? Do you want me to just give you Netanyahu saying this 700 times?
You made a claim. Prove
Yeah?
that statement.
Okay,
Prove it.
what do you want proof of? Tell me right now.
That whatever you just said, just prove it. Prove any.
You don't even know what you want me to prove?
I do want you to. I want you to back up any claim that you just made. That we're allowing them to do it.
Yes.
That the United States is Israel.
Okay.
Prove those two statements.
All right. Yes.
I'll wait.
All right. I don't know what proof you want, but here we go.
I just want.
Here's going to be Exhibit A. Exhibit A is going to be Trump saying he's bombing Iran.
Yeah. Yes.
And then in U.S. Israel bomb Iran in tandem, right? They're doing it together. Do you see Trump or Pete Hegseth like condemning?
Israel.
Do you see them condemning the bombings, or do you see that there's more to come? Do you see them like condemning the bombings?
If Israel bombs an incorrect location, that's not the United States bombing an incorrect location.
Okay, and you're just saying Iran knows that when they're bombed indiscriminately.
What did they have to do with any of this? What does it have to do with any of this?
We have put an attack on Iran. You're saying Trump's effort with Israel is to free these 30,000, or to help, in the name of these 30,000 dead people, we need to kill more people.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We killed the families, the children, all these diplomats that are dead. We killed those people. Were there with them. We did. The place we struck, that killed the leader, he was with his family, dude. Yeah.
Collateral damage for him.
That's the civilians. There you go. That's proof. There you go.
His family is not civilians.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're
what position do they hold?
They are terrorists as well.
Their children are?
You didn't have children.
The young kids of the diplomats that were killed?
Yeah. The Ayatollah didn't have children.
Oh, man.
So again, I want you to go ahead and prove your statement that the United States is Israel. So we're two separate countries. We're not the same. You can't.
Okay, so I can just show you how AIPAC has funded, and multiple other PACs now. The AIPAC has now AIPAC now has like 5 other huge PACs, even bigger than AIPAC, that have bought every single one of our senators and congressmen. And they say if you don't align with Israel, we're going to spend millions on someone to primary you, and that will. And that's why you see every single one of them are behind Israel and pushing for this. Ted Cruz, watching him being interviewed by Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz has no idea why we're bombing Israel. He has no idea anything about Israel. He didn't know the Iran. I'm sorry, Iran. He has no idea the population of Iran. He didn't even know ballpark. He knew it was 10 million, 100 million. You probably don't either. He has no idea the actual, because if you look at this in an objective way, if you've thought about this for 2 seconds, you look at these things.
You just looked at Orange Man bad. That's all you did.
I just talked about Ted Cruz.
But the whole thing, Ted Cruz isn't the president.
Yeah, I know. And I'm talking about how Republicans, how nobody knew this was going on. Nobody.
That's an incorrect statement.
Okay, well, people.
Nobody is incorrect statement.
Okay. Congress doesn't know why this was happening.
More than one is not nobody.
Okay. Well, colloquially, nobody knew.
Incorrect.
Japan didn't know, right? Japan is now 260 days out from having no oil at all. Just none. They didn't know this was happening. They're like, hey guys, what are we're going to do about this? And then Trump says that he's going to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. And the Navy quietly said, Navy quietly said,
he didn't say he was.
He said, we can't do that, sir. We can't do that.
He didn't make that statement.
He said
if we needed to, we would. Not that we would if we needed to. The strait is not closed.
It's closed, bud.
It's not closed, pal. Who's closing it? Who closed it?
You don't need a cork. Iran.
How did Iran? They no longer have a navy. You're sad that they
don't need that. They have drones. They have drones. What they'd have is a 50.
Why are you sad that we blew up with a torpedo? For the first time since World War II, we blew up their.
Why would I be sad about that? I'm talking about them being able. This is the dynamic. This is the dynamic. They have these things, these drones, that are $50,000 to make. They can make a few hundred a day. And we have to shoot these things down with $1 million missiles. $1 fucking million goddamn dollars. And it takes 2 or 3 of them. So for one drone from Iran is $50K. They've got them. They can make hundreds a day.
Okay. Supposedly.
And then we have to shoot down one drone. This is Iran, by the way. The U.S. has to shoot down with a missile that cost $1 million.
And I don't know what.
And it could take 1 to 3 of these missiles. So for every $50K Iran spends keeping close the Strait of Hormuz, because they have these kamikaze drones that will just fuck you up. They will just fuck you up. They pump these babies out. They sit in the back of a truck that looks like it's meant to hold glass for window repair. They just sit in these trucks and they just shoot straight out of these trucks. They can be shot from anywhere. And they will fuck these. Yes. Yes.
You trust Iran. That's insane.
No, I trust our intelligence. I trust former intelligence. I trust all of these things. We know the capabilities of Iran. This is why no dumb fuck other than President Trump and Israel has done this.
That's funny. Yeah, you're wrong. But why are women celebrating us going into Iran, and Democrats are protesting it?
I think you're just finding a bunch of straw man messaging. This is bullshit. We're looking at the world stage. We're looking at We're looking at the world economy. We're looking at a world war. We're looking at dead people. We're looking at soldiers. No one's cheering on this dumb shit you're bringing to me.
No one. I've seen videos of women cheering in the street.
Cool, man. Cool, man. I've seen even more videos of them screaming "Death to America."
You haven't. You haven't. Those same women aren't doing that. You haven't.
Hi, Kobe.
Yeah, you
Hi.
think
Over a
hold
thousand.
on. I'm not doing a 2-on-1, so if you want to do that, I'm leaving. You good?
I mean, I
I'll
can
be
handle
quiet.
you one-on-one.
We're
I
done.
can handle you one-on-one. Wait, why did you run away? Why did you run away? I
Yeah.
could handle you one-on-one. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Pickle, you would have allowed that to happen, right?
of course. Of course. It's Tom. He rarely comes up. That was rare.
Okay, well, over 1,000 people have been unalive, by the way, in Iran. And also, the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And the countries that control the Strait of Hormuz are Iran and Oman. So Iran has been able to close the Iranian side of the Strait of Hormuz. So, yeah. But anyways, I'll go back to the chat then.
Thank you, Kobe. You're welcome to come up any other time if you need to add something. Love you, Kobe. God, them virtue signaling to the oppression of women, it really grinds my gears. No one wants help from MAGA for that cause.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
What do you like about Trump?
I just like him. But I got a question for you.
Okay.
So Epstein was a registered Democrat and he funded the Democratic Party. Why are you still a Democrat?
Because I follow policies. We don't worship
Oh, you're still a
leaders.
Democrat. Oh, you follow policy.
Hmm.
But you say the shit about us, right? You say the other shit. You say the same stuff about us. But why are you still a Democrat? Why are you still a Democrat, man? Huh? Tell me why.
Because that's
Oh,
dumb. That's bad thinking.
Another excuse, right?
So there's a million bad people on your side that like Republicans. We can play this game all day. That is really stupid. That's like baseball team politics. I vote for the people with the best ideas. And even the most evilest of villains could also be like, oh, well, obviously Democrats do better with economy and with like everything, almost just about literally everything. That doesn't change it. Like you'd be an actual tool if you had to change your side because someone who was bad also thought your side was good. Y'all say the same shit about us, and that's like childlike thinking. Y'all did it first. That's all we need in this country is like more people who act like children. Like you ever like I grew up with a brother. My parents had to like look at us, and instead of like hearing about who did what first, they told us both to shut the fuck up and behave. Pickles, are the people to debate diminishing? Kind of. We've got a few in the box. This one's not connecting. Tap the screen, y'all. It's not okay for anybody to act like kids, but this tit for tat mentality, it's childish. It's childish. It'll just perpetuate forever conflicts. Damien, I did not.
I finally switched sides, bro. I saw the light.
Damien, thank you so much. Hold on, I'm sorry. Damien, thank you for the $5. Wimpy mediocre aren't going to stop women from getting the abortions they need. Ooh, I'm not reading the last part, Damien. Thank you, though. Damien, thank you for the $3. How do we expect to win with Iran if we can even beat Afghanistan and Iraq? A genuine question. Airstrikes don't win wars. It's true. I'm also looking for super chat. Thank you. What's up, Alex? Alex, how are we doing? You're finally switching sides?
Yeah, bro. I had a flight to Abu Dhabi. I've been inconvenienced, so now I'm anti-Trump. Fucked up my flight, man. Hang on, I gotta. My wife just dropped something. Hang on. I gotta check if she's okay. Okay.
Thank you, Damien. Boycott the UAE, which is committing genocide in Sudan.
Yeah, I gotta get come back later, bro. Sorry. My wife broke a glass. I gotta help her.
All right. Covey, I wish I was more awake to properly cite more causes in the goddamn region. Covey probably wants to punch me in the face. It's okay. Chat, tap the screen. Also share the stream if you haven't done it. You can also repost it now, I think. Chris, you know we got fired. Dang, who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? I did hear about that, Falsetto. Transferred, not fired. God. Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma. He's the first Native American senator. I didn't, Van. I didn't. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. MMA fighter? Why do they have just the strangest shit? Like, Kristi Noem actually literally had no idea what she was doing. It was so bad and rushed, and people are untrained. It's such a fucking disaster. And I think she's just a scapegoat, but it's... Do you not see the pattern? Trump hires incapable people just so that they will yes man his crazy bullshit. These people are highly unqualified. If you guys are the party of merit and all this bullshit, you think that it's going to start with this? By the way, this is... We're not talking about Epstein anymore. By the way. Two first names, Mullins is... The first in 20 years. Oh, okay. He has proposed some of the craziest laws. Let me check out some of this shit. Yeah. I think Mullins is a wiener. He championed Trump after passing the big beautiful bill. He supports outlawing abortion even in cases of rape, incest, or the mother's life. Did you see him wanting to fight with the union guy during the hearing a while back? That was him? Of course. Won't support stricter immigration enforcement. There's time in Congress. The Senate website called for completing the border wall, reinstating remaining in Mexico. What a fucking idiot. The ending what he described as incentives that contribute unauthorized border crossings. Oh, God. These people are such political hacks. Like, just the language and the things they advocate for are so radical in nature. Normalizing it is just wild. And that's what they're doing. Like, when he says, I want to remain in Mexico, if anybody ever actually just looked at that and, like, the outcomes of that, and that Mexico never wants anything to do with that ever again, and it was just like a humanitarian crisis, he wants that back. He's just saying buzzwords so that dumb Republicans are like, yeah, I need to remain in Mexico. In 2006 and 2007, he fought in 3 mixed martial arts tournaments and won. These people just love strong men, no matter how dumb they are. How many Americans have been deported? Does anyone know? If you count the ones that were deported alongside their family, there are a few. I don't know why you want to know. Trump has openly talked about deporting people, and you guys have openly advocated for it as well. He's primed all of the rights to be ready for him to deport people who commit crimes, possibly even his political enemies by the time this is all over, I'm sure. He's already done it. Have you heard about there was somebody adjacent to, I think it was an Epstein victim that they deported. See Hillary in her investigation. Dude, how sad are y'all? They're investigating Hillary. Howard Lutnick is literally in office right now working for Trump. He's just out in the open. He's there. He's out there just chilling. They don't want no questioning. No Republicans fucking showed up for his testimony either. Sheesh, dude. Yo, Siobhan, thank you so much for the $40. I thought Hillary seemed honest. Not sure about Bill. Yeah, Bill kind of not so much for me too. Hillary literally like owned that testimony. Hillary fucking destroyed it. She looked great. She said she was beautifully well read. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
All right, what do you want to talk about, Alex?
I don't know, bro. I just got back. What are you guys rambling about?
We're rambling about Hillary's testimony on the Epstein stuff and how she very perfectly called out the panel of people investigating bullshit for political reasons. They're just using this to politicize the investigations. They're not actually looking at people who have ties, people who are currently in power. They have no care of seeking the truth at all. They're just doing things that get political points.
Are you saying that Bill? Are you saying that Bill wasn't in those photos?
Sure. And he came through, and was he with young girls? Is there something that he should be arrested for? Is he being arrested? Because I want him to be arrested.
Bro,
I want him to be arrested immediately. If he's done something wrong, yes. If he's done something wrong, immediately arrest him. This is how you should fucking feel, right? This is how you should fucking feel about Howard Lutnick, about all the other people so adjacent to Trump and his administration. Steve fucking Bannon needs to be arrested yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah, throw them all in jail. Fuck them.
No one's doing that, man. Why do you think that's happening?
I think there will be a downfall from this. There will be
Dog.
There will be. I mean,
do you mean when Trump leaves power?
I mean, you got to think like, it's not like, I don't know if the guy was trying to hide something. Could he easily have just buried this like under a million different statutes?
He's relieved. He's only released like 5% of the files. What are you talking about? Yeah, and they're all so redacted. Yes, he's only released like the tiniest portion of it. Yes.
I don't know if it's the tiniest portion.
Yeah.
I gave you credit. Hang on. Let me just get a thought in here, bro. I know you hyped up on this shit from the prior guest. But what I was gonna say is, like, even if it was like, let's say half, you know, like it's 100% more, or 5,000% more than what Biden did. I think that this, and
That's stupid. He couldn't have done anything.
So let me start with Donald Trump is he was a Democrat. He's a lifelong Democrat. I think that the majority of these fucking people are on the side of the left. Like, you think about Hollywood, you think about where their loyalty lies, you think about
This is not Hollywood. This is no. This has nothing to do with that.
It does.
This is all politicians mostly.
Harvey Weinstein and the like. Come on, bro. Like,
okay, that's one, but we have your guys go so well connected. All of the people who ran talent agencies for women close to Trump, all plucked women from those agencies to go to Epstein's Island. We're talking about all of these people, like Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon was Epstein's closest friend. He was his fixer. If you read any sort of correspondence, he is like right there. He knows everything, and he's sitting there helping Trump get a third term.
I mean, fuck all these guys. I mean, I'm with you, bro. You don't gotta try to.
Why are they not getting Steve Bannon? He's right there.
What would be the charges?
Oh my God!
I'm asking you. I don't fucking know, bro. Relax.
Oh my God! Everything you can imagine. I also literally.
Change my mind.
Literally, he's responsible for and knows of most of the harm that came to children. He's also responsible for he and Epstein both talked about getting Trump elected, by the way, and means of doing it. Like this whole, he used to be a Democrat bullshit. No, politics are politics. When Trump saw an opportunity to run for people who were easily manipulated, he went Republican. We all know why he did it.
Agree that he was not a Republican.
Correct. So when he enforces Republican policies, all of these things very far right. You can't just call them Democrat. They're all very far right, man.
So again, what would be Steve Bannon charging for me, bro? I don't know.
Trafficking, espionage, fucking conspiring against the United States. Did you know that Steve Bannon owned part of Cambridge Analytica, who helped Russia influence the 2016 election with Facebook ads?
Again, we're on this.
You're asking me what he did.
So you're going back to the 2016 election, the Russian ads on Facebook, and how they, Mark had to shut it down and said that, it looks like there was some influence on ads. So that's just that just seems like they're trying to set the guy up, in my opinion. Like, why the fuck, if you're Steve Bannon, like, if sure,
He
put the motherfucker,
he
put the motherfucker
he's
under
in
the
the
jail.
fucking files talking about how to get Trump elected, how to get all of these other countries to swing right. He's talking about the means of doing it, going back to tribalism, like the things y'all are partaking in, the nativism movement. It's not because he actually believes in these things, it's because it gives him so much power. Him and his buddies are making so much fucking goddamn money and taking over political powers of other countries. He talks about this with Epstein.
Yeah, I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt any of that. Yeah, put him in jail. I agree.
Okay, and Trump is a part of the cog in that machine. You understand
Well, I
that,
mean,
right?
so this is where I can agree and then also try to provide some nuance here. So is he one of the people who can benefit from people getting their hands dirty in the pursuit of having close ties? Hang on, let me fucking finish a thought, bro. Let me finish a thought.
I'm hearing you.
So of course, so I could say, but you could say the same thing about the elites in their entirety. You could say the same thing about all of them. You could say how they're able to use specific people and how people will literally go and do illegal shit for them to benefit them and keep their hands clean. Like, this is the way of the world, unfortunately. American politics is not immune to corruption and bad actors.
No,
I
this is
agree with
bad.
you.
This is bad. No.
It's not bad, bro.
So you're looking at Hillary Clinton. You're looking at Hillary Clinton. You're looking at Bill Clinton, and you're going, "This is good. This is good." They're investigating that. But you know what? Sometimes it's just necessary for them to pursue the people who were second in charge of the actual real bad things Epstein was doing. That sometimes it's good to just take advantage of them, and sometimes you just got to protect them. And if that means protecting thousands of other sexual predators in high positions on Earth, you know what? That's what it means. That's what you just told me, man. God damn.
If we could take out everybody literally like at the same time and create an entire new vetting system to people who don't have ties to anyone ever who's ever committed a crime, I'd flip the switch today, but you just don't have that.
That is such a straw man. Or
It's not a
we could
straw
just
man.
say,
How
hey,
do you do
if
it?
you're
How
involved
do
in
you do it?
child
You
sex
transfer somebody to another
trafficking.
country who has never had ties to anyone doing anything negative.
Gee, I don't know. Your whole thing about electing Trump was that he's not a politician. He's not this nasty, slimy guy. It turns out he is the slimy guy. He was the guy pulling the strings of politicians. Now he's just the guy who pulls them himself. He pulls the levers himself.
Well, yeah, I will say that he did. He said that himself. He manipulates politicians, and they take money from him. And
Yeah. So he was always on the bad side. He was always on the bad side. Yeah.
I mean, bro, that's just like every other business person in fucking history. Like, that's just the way that shit works. Like,
it's not all
if you
the
wanna
same.
So if you want to talk about fucking Citizens United and how it ruined the American way, like, sure,
let's talk about people who push that needle further. It's you and your friends.
No, so let's talk about how that is just the truth for each party and everybody in that party. It's just the truth. You can't try to separate the Democrats from Citizens
Yes, you can.
United.
Yes, you can.
Billionaire donors. You can't separate them. Kamala Harris got $1 billion in a day. It's like, stop it, bro.
Yeah, she had to run a campaign in 90 days. Trump was running for 4 years.
And she spent more money.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money to put a presidential. Dude, people who wanted to donate, people wanted to save the world from this, from what you're seeing today. Yeah. The billionaires who wanted their taxes raised. The billionaires who didn't care.
The bourgeoisie is like on either side of these political.
It is. You don't know how to look at the two sides' policies and go, gee, I wonder which side is more for the people. The people, the one that was going to give tax breaks to the middle class and not the super rich, or the side that gave the super rich $1 trillion worth of our Social Security. Which one's for that?
So if you look at, examples like Tim Walz in Minnesota, Gavin Newsom in California, the money's going to their donors through fucking literal scheming and plotting on tax dollars. And like, it goes to 100% to fraudulent activity to get them to make sure that they stay in power.
There's-
They're basically writing checks. Hang on. They're basically writing checks to organizational leaders and community leaders through nonprofits to make sure they stay in power. And it's fucking like,
How does that help them stay in power?
Because they stay loyal to, if you continue
If a
down this
nonprofit,
funnel-
if a
Hang on,
nonprofit's loyal to you, that keeps you in power.
Absolutely, because if you're, I said, if community leaders are usually at the,
Listen, I think
control
that some
of
people can
large
just look at the policies of the Democrat Party and easily just vote Democrat, like without all of the bullshit, cut all the noise. You just look at like how they perform economically. You would never choose Republican ever.
Sure, let's talk. Okay, so then give me the reason why in Los Angeles, specifically in New York and in Chicago, the income inequality is the worst in these Democratic strongholds.
Okay,
Now, you can
because
find
population.
an entire swath. Hang on, you can find an entire swath of poverty-stricken minorities in New Orleans, but you will also find an equal swath in the larger by number swath.
You're playing sports teams.
Hang on.
You're playing sports teams. No, I don't care to. No, you're not going to finish your sentence. You're playing sports teams. I'm going to ask you. No, I want to know what Republicans are doing
Yeah,
to.
you didn't want to answer the question.
No, tell me. Okay, this is how politics works in my head. How do we stop income inequality? What's an idea we can do? And then when I look at both sides, and one side's proposing nothing but ideas for more income inequality, and if they come to that city, they would do that and make it even worse. Or I can look at the side that's for less income, more income equality. And they do things like social safety nets and things that have you heard of this term called the kill line?
No.
There was a kid who was a gamer in China. This made huge headlines, and he's actually rating other countries based on a thing called a kill line. So, like, have you ever played League of Legends?
Nope.
Have you ever play any game?
COD.
Okay, so imagine you're one shot. Okay, like what your health looks like. What is it, like 10-15%? That's your kill line. So the next time you get hit by anything, right, you're dead. America's kill line is really low, like really high. Like our kill line, like one medical emergency, we're fucked. Our entire life is in shambles. We are absolutely fucked. And then in China, the kill line's like so fucking far low. Like you could do anything. Like you could your entire limb gets chopped off. You're still set. You're good. Your family's good. Everybody's good.
You think that the majority of your country living in poverty is probably the reason why you have nothing to lose. I mean, are you so
You think they live in
dull?
poverty?
Hang on. Are you so dull to not understand that of course people in a very wealthy nation by per capita have more to lose than the Chinese?
It's not more to lose. It's what can be fatal. It's what can be fatal.
They won't no, bro. So again, if they have nothing to lose, of course they don't.
We're not talking about amount of loss. This is not measuring amount of loss.
You're talking about economic losses.
No, not just economic losses.
So then, what are you talking about?
I mean,
and
I guess
some type of mechanism or metric that I don't have any idea. But if you're talking about the way that you brought it up was talking about specifically, economic loss due to one medical emergency.
We could talk about ideas that give people economic freedom. Like what you're alluding to when you're pointing to like the wage gap and all this stuff is like living conditions. You're pointing to
why is it worse
like
in Democrats?
Value of life.
Never answered that.
Why is it worse? Because there's just high populations.
No, that's not the.
Can you show me a Republican stronghold that's a high population that doesn't have the same struggle? And can you tell me the thing they do to stop that? Because as far as I know, they just gut taxes, which exacerbates that problem. It makes it worse every time. What Trump has done, big beautiful bill, made it worse nationwide. What Reagan did famously started this, and it has never stopped. It has just exploded the wealth gap.
He started the
wealth gap,
prosperous time in American history.
The wealth gap. Like, you have to look at, if you want to look at this economically, if you want to look at it truthfully, no one on earth, no historian, no economist can look at Reagan, what he did to our economy, and say it was great. No, nobody does that.
So SSTI.org lists New York, Washington, D.C., Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, all as the highest rates of income inequality.
Mm-hmm. Population?
New York, like what, 15 million? Connecticut is, so again, it's even so Connecticut doesn't have that high of a population, and they still have the same problem. Why?
Because
Why? It's
Connecticut's
because they probably
rich. Do you know what Connecticut is?
I said income inequality. That doesn't mean
Yes.
that there isn't a large portion of people that are literally working, they're basically modern day slaves to these
And what
democratic NIMBYs.
can you tell me things that Republicans pass that make this less bad? Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Lowering taxes.
That makes it worse.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't, bro.
Oh my God. Can you tell me, type it into Google, do tax breaks in any way, shape or form, help the wealth inequality? Go ahead. Ask it.
So when you allow people to keep more of their money and allow, including corporations, you allow the environment. So just if you're basically arguing for socialism, and
No, I'm not. I'm not asking. No, this is perfect, because your side will never ever do things that help wealth inequality. So you're going to cry about it, and then when you're cornered about what will fix it, you call it socialism. That is perfect.
Free market capitalism
Perfect.
is what helps. So
It does not help wealth inequality. Does not help wealth inequality.
It does.
It does not. No, it does not.
So capitalism does not help.
End capitalism, the literal end of capitalism, the doombringer of capitalism is wealth inequality. That's what the socialist critique on capitalism is wealth inequality.
Let me get a thought out. I got news for you. It's so this late stage capitalism is not because of capitalism itself. It's because the money gets more concentrated and you have corruption. Corruption is a problem in America. It's not capitalism. It's the level of corruption that we have.
It is capitalism. Capitalism is the thing. I don't hate all capitalism, but it is the thing. It is the mechanism that corrupts our politics.
You have a better system, socialism, right? You think?
No, I'm a social democracy. Like, so mixture of the two, mixed economy is what they call it.
Sure, that's what we already have, bro.
Yeah, I know. And so you just are taught to look at things that are helpful and that can be added to this mixed economy, and you're taught to demonize them, like, that's communism. Well, this thing can fit right inside of our capitalist system. You're just taught to hate it because you're stupid, or your politicians have primed you for it.
No. I've actually read the Communist Manifesto. I've read Marx, and I've understood all of the critiques that they have. First off, I know the reason why me and you disagree. This constrained versus unconstrained thought process on you believing that there's this inherent goodness in people, and that the Democrats are the inherently good people, and how the Republicans are just inherently bad because they want to have specific rules and regulations that you don't need because Americans would be better off without them. Like this, you're trying to call me stupid is actually absolutely insane and fucking hilarious, because you've talked to me plenty of times. You've never called me stupid.
I know. You know that I know that I can call you stupid because I know you'll fucking take it on the chin, okay?
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, like, that I'm actually not. But what I'm saying is, because your people don't know that. There's a bunch of fucking kids in here who probably think that I actually am.
All right, chat, we know each other, okay?
The reason why I disagree on this idea of democratic socialism is because you're using, like, just look at your keywords, socialist.
Okay, I know. So you get a trigger response, right?
It's just you need to stop being disingenuous. What you want is higher tax rates, but for capitalism.
Did you see the argument? You see how this is devolved? I'm literally asking you for things that Republicans do that help wealth inequality. I'm still waiting for them, okay?
I told you when you free and you lower taxes on corporations, that helps raise people out of poverty. It
No,
does.
that creates more wealth inequality. We're gonna Google this right now, okay?
No,
We're gonna Google it.
when you have deregulation, the housing bill that just passed by the senator in Arkansas who brought that up, the Republican senator in Arkansas that just passed unanimously the housing bill. Do you know who introduced that bill?
Mm. I don't care. You're politicized. You can't think straight.
What the fuck? I'm just
I'm asking you for ideas that make wealth inequality less worse, and you've given me nothing besides tax breaks.
Told you the housing bill. The U.S. passed a bipartisan Housing for the 21st Century Act, H.R. 6644, on February 9th, 2026, to a 390-9 vote. That was introduced by a Republican senator.
Nice. That sounds very bipartisan. So that's not a thing that y'all uniquely do.
Who introduced it? Who actually? Because the reason why you couldn't vote against it, why didn't a Democrat 10 years ago introduce this bill? Because they don't actually want the shit, bro.
Dude, you know Bill Clinton literally did this and fucked up the economy, right?
Why didn't Democrats with the supermajority provide amnesty for 20 million undocumented people? Why? Because they don't actually want it. It benefits them to have a lower class of people in their economic system of high taxation and high income inequality. You're trying to pretend like these guys are just fucking like angels sent from heaven to save everybody because they're Democrats.
I think that anybody in any effort that we've ever made on giving them a pathway to citizenship, you guys have crushed. You guys have not showed up for the vote. You guys do that.
Supermajority.
They didn't have super majorities. When did they have that?
In 2016.
For 47 days? That's not 2016. For
2008, excuse me. Or was it 2012? 2012? It was 2012. So in 2012, they had the supermajority. They've been, Obama had been in.
They had like 47 days of it, and they passed as much shit that they could. They shoved so much shit through that they possibly couldn't fucking push more shit.
They fucking focused on things that would benefit billion-dollar companies. They're turned into fucking multi-trillion-dollar companies over a 10-year period. And nobody got anything from them, from that community that voted for them.
And Trump gave everybody, every single corporation, giant tax breaks, and we didn't get anything out of that either.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Absolutely, you did. So why is unemployment at the level that it's at?
It's not that great. What do you mean? It's not that great. It's like above 4.
Keeping more of your money in your pocket is good for you, bro.
Okay, that's not going to solve wealth inequality. There's no proof of that. No one even argues that. No one on your side is ever going to say we want wealth equality. No one on your, they would get fired. They would get butchered immediately in primaries. No one would say that. That's why you guys are the champions of wealth inequality, not Democrats.
So then why is it worse in Democratic strongholds?
Because we have more people. We have more economic activity.
That's not the reason why. Bro.
Yes, it is.
So why?
Yes.
Okay, so
you're just doing causation correlation. We do all of the things to try to prevent it. Y'all call it socialist and communists. That's why you're so conditioned you can't critically think. You're pigeonholed into like 2 policy positions.
No, because I'm from California. You can't say that I actually am, bro. I'm from California. I grew up, a leftist. I used to be. I used to think like you, somebody like yourself. A white person bagging my groceries was like, my enemy, right? Although I'm literally looking at a fucking somebody bagging groceries, bro, and I saw them as my enemy. A minority, inner city Los Angeles. I grew up in Compton. I'm from California. I've saw this shit disintegrate.
Why did you say you saw them like your enemy?
Because that's what I was conditioned to believe. That
I don't see white people as my enemy.
No, me, bro.
Okay, you're saying you were like me and that you saw white people as your enemy?
People like you, someone like yourself, because you have white skin.
Okay.
I would have saw you and thought, wow, the reason why everything's going on wrong in my life and in my parents' lives and my community's lives is because of this guy. Literally, I would have literally pointed at you and said, like, this is the reason. So the point I'm trying to make to you, the reason why I brought this shit up is because I'm trying to show you that, no, I'm not pigeonholed. I grew out of a I crawled out of a pigeonhole, which was the fucking democratic brain rot of the left that literally brainwashes minorities to believe that they're going to benefit them in some way when they never do.
Minorities and immigrants benefit this country in every single way.
Pickles, listen to what I'm saying, bro. We should not have anyone working without fucking benefits. We are literally taking advantage of these people.
Can you please tell me what you're saying is you care about unlawful present migrants. You care about them? You care about their civil rights now?
Of course I do. I'm fucking Mexican. My family is Mexican.
So you now are on our side when we look at Trump and what he's doing and the conditions he's putting these people in.
No, so the reason why I'm also against what Trump is doing.
God damn, dude. Can you see
exactly? So this is the complexity of the situation.
Oh my God.
Situation. So like I said,
you're against the biggest thing he's doing? You're against his biggest thing?
Pickles, bro. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. So the reason why I brought this up is so we can backtrack a little bit, get here on track, is because you called me some pigeonhole brainwash by the right who listens to only right-wing topics. Like, no, I came from this environment. I literally came from the environment, and I'm the one who was able to crawl out into things.
I'm still staring at
my
this.
own thought process.
I'm still staring at this. You can't. You divert. You've gone on rants. Tell me how y'all make wealth inequality less worse. You have nothing. You can point to cities and go, oh, dang, look at that. Well, yeah, there's a fucking bunch of people that live there. That's what happens.
So look at Singapore.
Oh.
Let's look at examples.
Please.
Let's look at recent capitalism strongholds.
What? Singapore has more fucking social services than they're coming out of their fucking ears.
They have their tax rate is incredibly low. That's the point. When you have a low tax rate and you have less corruption, yes,
they're like a 22% tax rate, and they offer their entire society like free gigabit internet, like faster than what I have still in the center of Dallas. Like they are fucking far ahead of us, and what they do is they don't spend a bunch of money on the military like your fucking side does, like Trump is doing right now.
Side.
Yes, the right, your side pumps.
You think the Democrats don't spend on fucking?
Okay, so for every $1, probably $10 for Republicans. So Democrats, Republicans. Trump has just injected. He wants the military budget to be $1.5 trillion a year. It's at 900. Yeah, it's your side. Yeah.
So the tax rate is 17%, and
for corporations.
Yes.
And they don't have what percent of their military is or their GDP? What percent of their GDP is military? I'm gonna guess it's way less than us.
You are conflating two issues. Let's stay on track here because this is what I'm trying to tell you. Your claim was that that tax rates, lowering tax rate, is not beneficial to the public. I said yes. That's not the reason. Tax rates can go lower, and we could benefit, but we have extreme levels of corruption, extreme levels of stupid spending.
It's this. If you think it's anything other than this, it's this. It's military. It's the military.
Bad spending, absolutely.
Okay, your side does it the worst. If you want nice things, if you want nice things, you stop voting for your side. Because first of all, even if we had the money, they would never give you anything because they call it socialism.
I'm from California. We don't have nice things, and we pay the highest levels of tax rates.
We have to pay the whole country's taxes. That's why California has to pay. California has to pay.
Negative. We still have.
You don't understand what that means. You don't know what that means. You don't know what that means.
Don't pay no one else's fucking bills.
Yes, you do. You pay all of the country's bills.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do. For every $1 they send to the U.S. government, they get I think it's 20 cents back. They pay way more. What do you? Okay, let's look it up.
They can't even pay their fucking bills, bro.
Okay, that's unrelated. If they didn't have to pay the whole country's bills, they could pay their own.
That's false, man.
What do you mean that's false?
So does California have a higher tax rate, or a higher income, is their tax rate higher than every other fucking
Generally, yes.
state in the union?
Yes.
No, not the rate.
Generally, yes.
Not the rate.
They have a state tax.
That goes to the state. When I pay my state taxes, when I send my fucking checks off to the fucking California, that's to the state. I also pay the Fed. The state keeps the money. I don't know if you understand how this works, bro.
I don't think you do. I'm going to teach you. How many dollars does California get from federal government per each dollar it sends? And the answer is 78 cents to 88 cents. So for every dollar they send, they only get 88 cents. And then there are states like fucking red states like Georgia. For every dollar they send, they get fucking $6 back. So 40 million people in California, and then a shit little state like fucking like a little Republican stronghold in the South. They just take all that money.
Yeah, those numbers are shifting, but then the reason why is because corporate taxes, of course you have more companies in California than you do in Georgia, but those companies are leaving. They're leaving in droves.
No, they're not.
We'll see a shift.
This is just what's the number? Can you tell me the metric in which they're leaving?
I don't have the exact number.
Okay, so it's a talking point. So you're being lied to. It's a talking point. Did you know that California's population, 99% of them did not leave. They haven't left. Only 1%, less than 1%, have left California. Their per capita, the amount of people leaving, is very small. You are just being propagandized.
Wait, you're saying American citizens are not leaving California?
No, I'm saying they're not leaving in the rate at which is alarming. There's people leaving and coming every day.
By 2030, they're going to lose congressional seats, and then they're going to give those congressional seats up to Florida. So how is that not what do you mean? How is that not a net? Is that a lie as well?
Their population's growing.
Wait, you just said where do you think the population is coming from?
Do you believe that's true or not?
You just think they're having more babies is what you're saying?
Do you think the population is not growing in California?
At a much slower rate than the rate of...
Okay, but it's growing.
You're being disingenuous with this argument. You know that they have a net loss and the people that they're losing are going to red states.
Okay, so California's population is experiencing a slight stabilizing recovery, growing by 19,200 people between July and 2025 after significant pandemic era. That was after the decline.
International immigration.
I don't know. But people want to come, right? Like people
who can't
all over the world
migrating to California, like they always have. You guys are
California and New York. Yeah, there are ports.
We're talking about the voting public, bro. You guys are losing congressional seats.
California just gained fucking so many of them. What are you talking about?
Bro, you're being disingenuous. You're trying to pretend like it's not happening. It's fucking happening.
You think there's this huge exodus. This is what they want to explain to you without any numbers, without any metrics, no timeline, nothing. They just saying this to you and they're showing you a picture of one person leaving or a company leaving. You're being stupid. You're being played. You're smarter than this.
I just looked it up. Between 2011, I just made this up, right? So, 1.9% of the state's 47,000 total headquarters is still significant. You said it's 1%.
1.9. So 98% of the companies are happy. All right, nothing needs to change.
They're not happy. 90. That doesn't mean that.
They are cultivating new businesses like nobody else. California is one of the top states in the country for new businesses. That's where they go to start. That's where they go. What do you mean absolutely not? What are the metrics for good business? What are the top states for good businesses, for new businesses? Florida, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina are currently top ranked for new businesses due to favorable tax climates, high growth rates, and many no state income tax. Other top contenders for startups. Those are all red states, including Utah, Tennessee, Colorado, Nevada, which are praised for low operational costs. I get it.
Wait. Read them again. I didn't hear you, bro. Please read the states.
So look at this.
Just read the states.
I told you, I already conceded. You're just trying to rub my nose in it. Like
Okay.
Texas and all of these states with low taxes are at the bottom.
Sure, that's what happens.
And then what they do is, since they have low taxes, at the end of the year, they reach out to the federal government and fill their pockets with California's money.
Oh my God.
That's how they do it. And Trump's tax plan in 2017 also did that and destabilized the tax nature of states like California. So the state taxes used to be able to be deducted in a better way from your federal taxes. Trump took that away because that was mostly a blue state thing. And he basically made it to where they double dip into blue states' pockets for money.
So you're telling me that the blue states were basically living for all of these social programs that they're living off the taxpayer. So they're
Living
not
off of
social at all.
Democrats.
They're not.
They're living off of Democrats.
No, within the states, because you just conceded something. Your whole argument just fell apart right now based off what you said last. You said that the reason why it affects blue states the most is basically you're saying that blue states were taking advantage of their constituents more than the red states. That's why it's affecting them more. So if you're not able to write off your state taxes the way that you could have prior, meaning that the
That was
taxes shouldn't
Trump.
have been there to begin with.
What do you mean they shouldn't have been there to begin with? It's just been that way historically. There's state level taxes. Trump fucked over blue states, and he also just makes it to where red states, no matter how much in debt they are and how little they contribute to the economy, they have low tax rates to invite new people from the blue states, and then they are at a deficit. So the blue states also has to pay for those red states to exist. And it's pretty sad that you guys can look at this and cheer.
No, so the reason why I just want to ground this a little bit, this conversation that we're having, because we could go off these fucking data, very fucking micro level data. Let's look at macro, what's happening here. You are a proponent of more social spending and higher taxes like they have in California. I am a proponent for the exact opposite because I have not seen it.
That
work.
creates wealth inequality. So that's what you're a proponent of. Republicans, if they do what you want, they will create more wealth inequality.
Why, if you Google the highest states with wealth inequality are the ones with the most social programs and the higher taxes, you are trying to pretend like it's not a redistribution of wealth and making some people be the benefactor to other people's hard work.
You're explaining wealth equality.
Hang on, without their consent. Because they're like, and it goes back to what I said about them not giving people amnesty the way that the last person to do it was a Republican, Ronald Reagan, because he actually believed that these people could benefit the country.
We do too. We do too.
He didn't want to take advantage of them. He didn't want to take advantage of them.
No, he only wanted. Now y'all want to fucking kidnap them. This is way better for them. So we care for them so much. So we need to kidnap them, and we need to send them somewhere.
This is still the fault of the Democrats.
Come on.
I blame Democrats for everything that's happening.
We had to act outrageously and fuck up the economy even more. We had no choice.
I blame Biden's stupid disregard of the border enough to where literally the Latin community on those border states voted 60% to the opposite side.
All right, you still have nothing to sell. Like, you keep espousing how you absolutely insist for there to be wealth inequality, like tax revisions, and then you just insist you're right because you can look at a bunch of states and there's more wealth inequality in blue states than red, but you don't know that nobody wants to move and concentrate themselves into a red area. So they're always a blue city with things to offer them, things like safety nets, and then you guys vote against things that also help the budget stay solvent. So if we wanted to go hand out meals to all the homeless people, we have study after study after study that this shows to save us money, but you can't stand it You guys think it's socialism, but it saves us money because they end up not committing a crime, so they get 2 hots in a cot inside jail, or seeking medical attention in a hospital for a self-inflicted wound or something that's old and lingering. Like, this is how they save money, by doing these things, and you guys hate it.
Tell me one social program that works better than its private sector counterpart. Give me one fucking example.
Not all of them, because they all are more efficient.
DMV? Have you ever been to the DMV? Have you ever been to the post office compared to?
You're just straw manning,
Have you ever
dude.
been to the post office compared to UPS?
Have you been to the military?
What fucking office would you rather deal with?
Have you been to the military?
The U.S. Postal Service, bro. Like,
have you been to the military?
Fucking nightmare.
Did you know that we're on the other side of the world right now with 2 giant ships that can carry like 160 other airplanes, and they're shooting $1 million missiles?
Yeah, that's just the way that shit has unraveled post World War II. Like, yes, we are the world police. Sorry to tell you. Like, I don't know.
Oh, now we are? It's not America first?
No, we have been since World War II. I don't know where you were. I know that you.
What happened to America first?
Temporary bubble of the past 50 years. Like, that's just not the way that the world works. The world is a fucking nasty place, and it has been ever since. We're literally living in the most peaceful time.
You're literally debating yourself 1 year ago. You're just debating yourself a year ago. I agree that we should stand up for countries like Ukraine, and especially way more than Trump is right now. I think he's literally helping Russia. But yeah, I absolutely think we should do that, right? Ukraine?
I don't mind.
This has changed a lot. We talked a year ago. You said this is such a bad idea.
No, I was never. First, let me get my point. Let me get my base. War is negative.
Oh my God.
War is negative. I don't like it. I think it's a bad way to get shit done and try to come to agreements. But there's certain people who just. And then the big caveat here is you're not going to fucking win against Russia. They have nuclear weapons. We shouldn't be defending the same way that I'm happy now that the Russians and the Chinese are not sending weapons and shit to Iran the way that we were when Russia attacked Ukraine, because that's literally their fucking neighbor.
Dog.
We're all the way on the other side of the world. Even they don't do that.
Russia is stoked about this.
Russia's not stoked about them. They literally can't do anything about it. What the fuck can they do? They had a fucking one small neighbor country.
This has saved
for years.
This has saved their economy. It's saved their economy. The barrel of oil in Russia has gone from $37 to like $54. They are fucking so excited.
Temporarily, I mean, the insurance is now available for these oil ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. There's
not.
Like,
there's no assurance. Who said that? Who said that there's assurance they can pass through?
There's insurance.
Insurance
available to them now. Insurance, yes. The company.
Does insurance have oil?
I don't know if you're late to the news cycle. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm actually saying. So President Trump is providing through one of the organizations, I don't know exactly which one, insurance for oil suppliers, and he's insuring the reason why you don't want to pass Saudi Aramco doesn't care if one of their ships gets wrecked and 3 people get unalive. They care about the oil itself, the $17 million that's going to be in the ocean. That's what they actually care about. So now that that's going to be insured, and you're going to have the Navy actually allowing these people to pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
No, the Navy said they can't do it.
Could read that again, brother.
Okay. The Navy could begin escorting oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz if necessary, adding that he had ordered the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation to provide political risk insurance and financial guarantees for maritime trade. So things are not getting better.
They will. I said they will. The price of oil will go back down. Right now,
This is the second time Trump has affected the price of oil. and it's
He's
skyrocketing.
affected it many times. Like, bro, I'm in finance. I watch.
No,
these
this is the second
fucking
time he's made it
commodity
explode.
traders do this shit every fucking few years. Like, there's always a trend trade, and people are gonna get smoked, and then the shit will go back down. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works, bro. In 2015, oil was at $100 a barrel under Obama. Don't talk to me about fucking oil prices, bro. Like, you can't try to scare me on this shit. I know it better than you do.
Listen,
Stop it.
it wasn't
Stop it.
Obama just starting a random war that made us all wonder why he's doing it. Yeah, why was it? Why was it that way? Why was it that way?
Because he had bad politics.
Okay, you don't know. You have no idea what you would never do again. You just think Obama.
Had his lunch for it.
You guys have no idea what you want. You just think since a Democrat did bad once, we are the only kind of people that can do good. You have no idea about the policy. You have no idea what caused these things or the difference. The difference is Trump, his personal politics or his personal love for Israel has gotten into this. His personal, he is doing this for Israel. It's like,
I agree with that actually, and
yeah.
I think it's a fucked up way to get into a war. But I mean, at the same time, like, free Iran, bro. Like, I'm happy for.
Dude, this is so sickening. This is so. You could say free whatever country we attack. This is the fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard.
The Iranians in the street of Iran disagree with you.
No. We're both seeing propaganda, all right? I see people in the streets chanting death to America. I see the new leader who was appointed, and all of them basically just saying they are going to feel the wrath. We don't even want to talk to Trump anymore. They have no plans of any diplomacy with Trump. Even Trump tried to reach out to them recently. They said no.
Trump tried to reach out to who?
To Iran. They want no diplomacy.
Are you absolutely insane right now? What diplomacy could they put? They have zero leverage.
Why are we bombing them then?
They lost 80% of their of their ability to even shoot off rockets. They've literally
do drones
themselves from the entire world. They bombed 11 countries in a week. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, they're lost in the sauce. They're literally throwing a fit. And we are all going to benefit. The entire world is going to benefit from this. We'll look at this historically in 30, 40 years, and you will be happy with the result.
My God, dude. Yeah, we're going to need a source for some of that, dude. Nobody's happy about this. Even our own allies are fucking pissed.
What allies?
Japan.
The allies we have are fucking the Saudis?
I don't know. Yemen? Lebanon?
Yemen is not an ally of ours.
Not, who else in NATO? So many of the countries there in the region have
NATO,
now been struck.
No NATO countries in the Middle East, brother. Just FYI.
Israel
is not part of NATO, bro.
Yes, they are.
I think you got that wrong, bro.
Oh, they're not actually.
Yeah, no, they're not.
It's a key partner.
No, yeah, so they don't subscribe to, they do their own thing. Anyways, like I said, bro, there are no countries part of NATO in the Middle East. Turkey was the one to get closest. It's a European curtain against influence from Russian influence into Europe. It has nothing to do with the entire world. Like,
it's got a lot to do with the Tower World, with the fucking Strait of Hormuz closed. With the Strait of Hormuz closed?
It's not closed, bro.
It's closed. It's closed. There's no way to get through.
Okay, bro. So, like I said, there are no NATO partners who are outraged except some fucking leftist lunatics. Virtue signaling
Spain?
to their bases, virtue signaling to their base of voters. Spain is unfortunately having the same fucking woke syndrome disease that we've had over the past 6 years. So, of course he's gonna say that shit. That's like.
Do you know what Trump did to Spain? Trump said he's just gonna stop trading with Spain because of what he said.
What do we need from Spain,
dude? What kind of diplomatic person do you think Trump is? Like, he's just basically cut off Trump with trade with an entire country because of a thing they said.
works. Fuck Spain,
He's
bro.
this is
Spain has nothing to
disgusting. This is
offer us.
authoritarian bullshit, dude.
It's not authoritarian to have leverage in the world because they're not the ones that they didn't even participate in NATO spending. Why the fuck do we care about what Spain does?
Why do you care about what NATO spends?
Because we are literally the security of NATO, and we spend so much on fucking so much of our money on defense, and these
Trump
people are
gets
not
you guys
participating.
so easily like
Contractually,
jealous.
no, this is not a
Like,
Trump thing. Contractually, they were supposed to spend 2% of their GDP to be a NATO partners. That's part of the NATO regulations. It has nothing to do with
yeah, I
Trump.
know. And we've never really kept people accountable for that. But what does that do to you? Does that hurt your feelings? Does that hurt your feelings?
Who kept him accountable?
Trump, and now all of NATO hates us.
Wow, you are actually forced to pay your dues.
No,
What a
it's not
terrible
just
thing to
that.
do.
It's now all of NATO hates us because Trump's threats on Greenland. We are so fractured. Most NATO countries absolutely cannot stand Trump, and you just call them woke or tedious. Why would they ever like somebody who wants to literally take over one of our friends? You think they're excited to work with Trump?
Yeah, I think they are. Yo, bro, what do I gotta say to get you $40, bro? Your fucking chat is being fucking stingy right now. You guys should have kicked me off a long time ago. Chat, what the fuck is wrong with you? You guys see how much of a joke I am, how brainwashed I am, and you're just allowing me to talk? You're just allowing me to talk? Fuck, what the fuck is this? I only got 23 likes that entire time.
NATO countries.
Hang on, let me Yo, I cooked Parker the other day, and I got
Dude, you can't cook a fucking bowl of fucking cereal.
No, I did. Somebody sent me a bunch of coins. How do I send this shit to you? It's like $40 or something. I don't even know how to use this app, bro.
Turkey accused Iran of firing missiles shot down by NATO. Incident denied by Iran. Race fears could widen NATO. NATO strong and vigilant. Support for Ukraine must continue in the midst of the Mideast war, Rutt says. The thing that you guys are screaming no for the last year, turns out this is so important. You guys have chose to turn the other cheek when it turns...
Man. Shout out to free the Persian people.
You're bombing the Persian people. You're indiscriminately fucking bombing them with cluster munitions, man. Cluster. With no targeting system.
We're bombing military targets, bro.
No targeting system. There's cluster munitions. We have videos
Iran,
from civilians.
Free Cuba, free Venezuela, free everybody. Yo, this guy's playing chess, bro. This guy's playing chess. And I'm telling you, like, even though if you don't like it, bro, he's doing shit for your own good. The world is not a nice place.
Dude, he's doing this to cover up Epstein files, to cover up all of the other shit that's going on.
I know your girl really well. Why are you lying, bro? My girl don't know you, bro. My girl is sitting right, like, bro, shut the fuck out, bro. Like, why are you trying to front, bro? You think you're going to rile me up? He must have got issues with women, bro, to even think that was the play.
All right, get out of here, Alex. Hello?
Hello? How you doing?
Doing good. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, Trump's a nigger. He's a fucking kike lover who puts Israel before America.
See, this is why you put me on. Are you serious? You let that guy up and you didn't let me up pick up.
I didn't know.
Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Are you serious, man? Like,
I didn't
this is what
know.
I'm talking about. You're not staying up with the Diamond Dogs, like. Oh my god. How you doing, man?
Oh man.
Dude, that last debate was low key. That guy was dumb. Like, he was a bag of rocks. I'm not gonna lie.
Zach, are you still dating that liberal girl?
I am actually, but like Pickles, we gotta talk about some political things right now.
Okay.
because like there's some things that I'm kind of concerned about, and I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Okay.
Like I wake up Saturday morning and we're at war, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I didn't know what's going on, but like I don't know if I like it or not. Like I don't know what I should be thinking. Like I actually don't know, because I know a lot of like where we live, like where I live, there's a lot of like Iranian people around. They're like all happy about it, but then I look and everyone's like, oh, it shouldn't be, it's a bad thing. And I'm like, I don't know what to believe, like, because I'm seeing a bunch of shit and I'm hearing things and I hear other things.
I think it's easy to be short-sighted. I think it's easy to be short-sighted. I think that you should look at this on a world stage. There's so many things that this is going to do politically, geopolitically, economically. Like economically, especially, our trade is about to get so bad. The economy is about to get real bad, dude.
Well, I feel like for me, like I see the Iranian people like suffering. Like
we're bombing them.
100,000 people were killed by the government.
Dude, it was 30. Stop it.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, Trump has done that. Trump has easily done that. Trump has easily done that.
He is not.
Dude, Trump in his first term pulled out of the Turkish-Kurdish war. If you care about Turkish people or Hungarian people or Kurdish people, and you knew any of them in your neighborhood, you would have saw them going, fuck Trump. Or if you had an Iranian with a level head next to you, when Trump said, hey, we're going to come save you, and just left them hanging for weeks, and then it went from 3,000 to 30,000, I would have hated Trump then. And then when Trump is bombing fucking civilians with munitions, Israel did fucking... I'm sorry, this is wrong. Israel's using cluster munitions. These warheads break up into seven missiles, unguided, and they're just pouring into cities. Do you think that you're freeing women?
No, here's the thing. I think you're interpreting what I'm saying as, oh, I'm the biggest Trump supporter. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like I registered to vote like a couple months ago. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican.
That's fine.
But I'm trying to find like a middle ground, because I'm seeing like there's a lot of people saying, oh, this is terrible, like this is gonna ruin everything, and there's a bunch of people like I know that I know personal like Iranians, and they're like happy about this because of all the shit that's been going on, and like even for protesting they're getting killed, and it's like it's like hard for me to like justify going to the war, but it's also like there's like a humanity aspect to it, and I feel like a lot of people aren't seeing that on both sides.
Dude, how many people have died in Ukraine?
I don't know about it. I don't know all the numbers. I really don't.
It's like twice as much as that.
Okay, but I know that's why I hate war, man. It like Pickles. This ruined my month, man. Like,
dude,
I see this.
I
hate how it happens. But
you were being fed messaging to look at just this small thing. This small thing where some people. I'm not saying this is tragic, but you're looking at the small picture. And you're not looking at the big picture. Trump has convinced a bunch of people to be against war in this one scenario where people were being wrongfully killed, being invaded, and he's given Russia the power to continue doing this. He is enabling Russia, pushing these people to lose land. He's put his foot on their neck to get minerals from this country while they're being invaded. So, and then you point at these people. You're like, we need to help these people. And Trump's answer to help them is to fucking bomb them?
Okay, but Pickles, do you not know who like the supreme leader of the country was? Like,
I get they were really bad. Yeah,
like, he should not be ruling that country.
I get that. What are we gonna do that to Israel? Did you know Netanyahu's like that too?
I'm not an Israeli supporter.
So you're picking and choosing.
No, here's the thing. For me, there's a bunch of things that I see from Israel and Gaza, and I'm totally against that.
Okay, so you're just being picking and choosing. You need to address that.
There's not things I'm picking and choosing, but I feel like there's something I want to help people. Like my thing is I want to help people, but at the same time,
you're being tricked into going after this one thing and ignoring all the other obvious things.
It's not like it's not like I'm avoiding other things. It's just like I feel like this one is a lot like. It feels like I'm going in a bad. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like
the way we are doing this. These people are going to be conscripted. They have an army of like hundreds of thousands of people. This is a country of 90 million people. We're not just going to be leaving anytime soon. This is a huge deal. They are prepared for this. They've been praying for this. They want this. This has emboldened the party that was in power. The party that was in power is not regime changed. The regime is still in place. He's already been replaced. Trump wants to put someone in there who would be even more controversial, who would make them even more upset. None of this makes any sense. Trump should not be trying to do. He is profoundly stupid and corrupt.
So, but here's my question: like, what even like really sparked this war? Like, what? Like,
You tell me.
I'm kind of confused what really started it, but like. I'm hearing this from you, and then I'm hearing other things from other people. I'm watching the news. I'm hearing other things. It was really hard to form like an opinion on this. I feel like everybody else has kind of jumped to a side, but I really can't. Like,
that should be the most alarming thing ever. That you're just like not sure why we did this. Isn't that crazy?
It's just like Pickles. I feel like you're mad at me, but
I'm not mad at you.
I'm genuinely trying to like form an opinion using like educated things. Like I'm not trying to just, oh yeah, I saw one thing. All right, that's what I'm gonna believe.
I'm just pointing the thing out. I'm just pointing out the fact that most people don't know why we're there. Most people, they're just. I had someone come up and tell me yesterday that he's super for it because he wants revenge of the generals and all the people that died in the Middle East. And we were just being told by Trump his mission was to get us out of the Middle East. And he virtually signaled out, no more war. Oh, now we're back in the Middle East. Now it's the right thing to do because they were mean to us. And that they're a theocracy. That's always been the case, hasn't it?
I feel like there's like a few things that like are kind of like, I guess, like they are a threat. Like I think they are going to develop more and become more of a threat. And I feel like this was like kind of before they were getting worse. Like that's something I'm thinking a little bit, but like I don't know. Like I actually don't know. I'm still confused on the topic. I sound like an idiot, but like I'm actually trying to form an opinion.
I get it. I'm not shaming you. Nobody should shame you. I feel like this is most Americans right now. I don't think anybody knows why we're doing this. There's a million reasons why, and most people, the messaging to save face for the president, the most Republicans are pointing to the fact that some Israeli women might be freed from this. But you guys, or the right themselves, are trying to partake in the theocracy that are subjugating women, that are fucking othering and making women into second-class citizens who don't have the right to choose. Some of them being followed out of state if they want to choose. Like this is not the people that need to be doing it. This is not the real motives either for it. They're just pointing at it.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you mean. Like I don't know. I'm still trying to like gather more like info before I make like an opinion on it because it's like. It's just like a really difficult subject. I feel like I don't know, but I wanted to talk to you because I was like, who actually knows some stuff, and I was like, I gotta go.
Dude, the world economy is about to fucking really have ripples, man. Like really bad. Do you know what the Strait of Hormuz is?
Yeah, low key gas prices did go up like 50 cents. I was low key pissed about that.
Do you know what that is? Bullshit. The Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, it's like south of Iran. It's like right next to what is it? No, Kuwait. I don't know. One of those countries. It's like around the area, like close to UAE.
This is the big choking point. We've been talking about this for months, and this is
that's right. It's right there, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, this is closed.
Kuwait, right? Am I right?
This is closed. This is closed. No ships come in and out. 20% of the world's oil comes from the inside of this hole.
Yeah.
And they can stop it. That's their biggest weapon. There is no way not to stop it.
Stopping that though? Do they even have
kamikaze drones?
That's what they're just. So that's their whole strategy. Let's just drive drones into the boats.
And they have infinite amount. Yeah, they can make hundreds a day.
It's because don't they sell drones like China and Russia too? I'm pretty sure they do that.
They're very easy to manufacture. I watched a video on it earlier today. They're just pumping them out, dude. Just pumping them out, and that's all it takes. Man. And it costs us millions to defend ourselves from it. Drone warfare is the way you. I mean, and also Iran is the geography of Iran it is so good for them. Like they are
Yeah,
very
it's
well
like
set up.
Afghanistan, like kind of. It's like it's not easy to fight there. It's really not. It's like you can. I know what you're kind of saying there.
Yeah, we're absolutely fucked. Japan's fucked. Multiple other countries are fucked.
Wait, so why is Japan fucked? Is that more of economy stuff? Like,
We did not tell Japan at all what we were going to do, and most of their oil comes from Strait of Hormuz. So we took over. They closed the Strait of Hormuz, and they're like, "Well, I guess we're fucked. Like we have nothing. We're gonna run out of oil in a couple hundred days." Their oil is skyrocketing. Their economy, it's just fucked. Their economy is all the way fucked.
dude, I hate this stuff, man. Like, Jenny, I should not be getting into politics. It just makes me upset. Like, I just get upset, Pickles. How do you do this 24/7? Like, seriously, like this just makes me upset. And I've been up here 20 minutes.
So the Bank of Japan Governor Kazuo Ueda has warned that the Middle East conflict could have a major impact on nation's economy, and comments like likely to firm up investor expectations that authorities will hold policy steady when they meet later this month. Depending on how the situation unfolds going forward, it could have a significant impact on global economy and Japan's economy through channels such as crude oil and other energy prices, as well as international financial markets. At this point, I can't say anything definitive. We'll continue to closely monitor the developments in the Middle East situation and their impacting the economy abroad at home. Traders see about a 6% chance that the BOJ will raise its policy rate from 0.75, while the odds jump to around 60% if the April meeting is concluded, according to pricing in the overnight swaps market. UAEA laid out some potential ways in the Middle East conflict could affect Japan's economy. Higher oil costs push down the price trend by weighing in the economy and deterioration in the terms of trade. Conversely, it could boost underlying inflation, though elevated price expectations if the oil prices continue to rise. Japan's reliance on Middle Eastern oils hover around 90%.
Yes, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. I don't know, man. This is so weird. How do you guys do? How do people like? This is. Oh, I hate America. This is making me mad. So Japan's economy is pretty much like it's gonna be bad if it stays at the same pace. Because man, thank you for helping me, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You're actually the GOAT, bro. Like seriously.
Hey, I
gotta
love
get
you.
Marty up here soon. But like, I actually thank you actually for helping me, bro. Like, I'm actually trying to like make an opinion, and you're actually helping a little bit. Thank you, man.
No problem.
It was
No
good
problem.
talking to you, but I'll let somebody else come up because you're the best debater. So you gotta like smoke some guys. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right. Love you, girl.
All right, I'll catch you, man. Good talking to you.
All right. Whoop. Cecil accidentally just kicked you. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter, hop in the box. If you're not a Trump supporter, hop out of the box. Sarah, thank you for the $3. Please educate him on the history of Iran and how they came to theocracy. USA and Britain did that. We installed somebody, I think it was like in 1953. We ran a coup directly on their government. Like somebody the other day said like we were just kind of adjacent to it. No, we did it, and we installed their leader. Hello?
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
I like a lot about Trump, but I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is I want to specifically point out the fact that you're a hypocrite and that you have cried for months and months and months while the war in Gaza waged, G-side, and all this stuff. How many people died in Gaza fighting or casualties of war? And let's compare that to how many Palestinians died in 1 month. The UN announced that they believe that 30,000 people have been murdered since these protests have begun. 30,000 human beings. And you guys sit here and say, "Oh, there's no
Your
way we
prescription
can
is
take this action
bombs.
against
Your
Iran."
prescription is bombs. That's not our prescription. That's kind of dumb. You're like, oh, we're stuck with this. We just have to bomb them. We have to bomb them. We have to start a new regional war. We have to fuck up the entire economy. But for Palestine, you didn't care. So wouldn't it make you a hypocrite? You didn't give a fuck that they were being killed. So, and you took no action and you called us terrorists. Doesn't that make you a hypocrite?
I think that there is action being taken. I think that the leader who ordered the execution of 30,000 of his citizens is dead.
What about Netanyahu? What about Netanyahu?
Right. So what? Oh yeah, and let's talk about Netanyahu, about how he was forced really into action against Hamas when Hamas came over the border and killed thousands of Jews in less than one day. Thousands of Jews.
So you're another person whose history of the Middle East starts on October 7th, 2023.
I think that you're just a hypocrite, and I think that
you came up here showing me how you're a hypocrite, right? You're in favor of this action, but not that, right?
I'm literally pointing out how I have listened to you for months, and you have cried and cried and cried about Hamas and this and that.
Chilo, I actually never talk about it. I actually never talk. Chilo, I actually never
condemn Palestine murdering these people.
Yes, I condemn Israel for the mass slaughter of Palestinians, Chilo. I've always condemned that, and they're doing it over in Iran now, and you're cheering for that. That makes you a hypocrite, not me. I'm on the right side every time. I've been consistent every single time.
How many Iranians has the Iranian government killed in the last month?
30,000.
30,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's we're what, 3 months
So
into the year,
you guys want to join them? You're like, we need to join them. We need to go kill more. That's your prescription. That's how dumb that is, right? We could do 1,000 things, but not that.
Okay, smartass. Tell me this: how do you get a tyrannical regime who is using its military and its police to murder its citizens? Can you guys not do that? Can you guys please respect citizens' rights?
Geez, I don't know.
Condemnation from the UN.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We could do sanctions. We could do all sorts of things. It looked like we were doing things in Venezuela to stop Iran from moving around oil and stuff like that. They've been coming to the table to do diplomacy. They actually said in the last meeting of diplomacy, this was 3 days before we bombed them, by the way, hey, we will give you full oversight. We will do everything, enrich uranium to under 13%. We will give you 24/7 access. We'll let you tax us 90% on it. Like they were allowing all of the concessions. Trump didn't care. Nobody cared. No, this is not about saving anybody. This is about the poor people. Trump is allowing the same regime to stay in place. This will never change. Bombing them doesn't change that. Bombing them doesn't save lives either. I don't know if you knew about that, but you are not doing anything for the 30,000 lives. This is just your virtue signaling. This is like, we're just stuck because the only tool I have is a hammer, and we got to go fucking kill everybody.
Yeah. Well, sanctions don't work, my friend.
They absolutely do.
You guys, no, they don't. So why if sanctions worked, North Korea would be a fucking paradise by now, because we've been sanctioning North Korea for the last who knows how many years.
I think you're just pointing out how important it is for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I think they just need one. I think they need one, and I think that we'll just leave them alone.
Discussed a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, I know, because you sound like an idiot. Anybody who wants to talk about nuclear weapons right now is going to get absolutely fucking stomped. Because Trump is the one who perpetuated the nuclear arming of Iran, and then he said that he also got rid of the program months ago when he bombed them, right? And it turns out that's not even an excuse anymore he can use, because he said he bombed them all.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the facts still remain. You're defending a tyrannical government.
No, we're not.
Murdered.
None of us are defending it. You're defending a tyrannical government.
In what, 3 months?
You're defending it.
More people, by the way, than Israel
I hate Israel's government. I hate Iran's government. I hate our government.
More Iranians have died than Palestinians.
Okay, again, this is not a competition. You're just showing me how you're still a hypocrite in the regards of Palestine and Iran, how this doesn't help anybody, how there's no clear path to how this actually helps any of those people that are being killed. We are interjecting ourselves in the world economy in a way that has disrupted everybody in every way. And you're just saying 30,000 people. Trump has been responsibly solely for tens of thousands of deaths in the Turkish Kurdish region. You guys didn't give a flying fuck. You didn't give a flying fuck that the Ukrainians were dying. Ukrainians were dying. You were screaming America first. Defund Ukraine.
You know,
You didn't give a flying fuck.
I personally, me, myself, and I think that the world is tired of Iran, and that's why you even have all their neighbors now.
I'm tired of Russia.
Completely upset with the actions of Iran. You know, Iran could have taken the responsible thing. Oh, gone to the world stage. We're a What do? They bomb people that even didn't have anything to do with it. They were like, "Why are you bombing us? We didn't even do anything."
I think the world is tired of us. And by the way, the death count for people in Palestine was like 600,000, wasn't it? You don't care.
I would like you to bring up a UN report, please. Go ahead on your phone. Go ahead, Google it. A UN report of how many people died in Gaza. Pull it up.
Okay.
Oh wait, because it's not 600,000.
I believe it is actually. Gaza death tolls. Sorry, 75,000, 80,000. People reported killed in Gaza region since October 7th, with thousands more missing. The majority of victims were shown civilians, over 100,000 injured, high risk significantly. So 80,000, so double the thing you're virtue signaling about. Still. So that you're still the hypocrite in this conversation.
And how long? Also, and you also got to remember that they're not differentiating between soldiers killed and civilians killed, because Hamas doesn't be like, oh yeah, you killed. No, they just said, oh, you killed 30 citizens.
Bub. They bombed 36 out of 36 hospitals. 36 out of 36 hospitals gone. All the community centers gone. Children daycares gone. Israel bombed them indiscriminately. They will fucking kill anybody. They've done this historically. This is who they are. And you don't give a fuck. And they just did it to Iran, and you're cheering. That's part of the recipe there, too. You're like, this is going to help those 30,000 people that died somehow. It's not. It's stupid.
It absolutely is.
How does it help them?
To help the 30,000. It's going to help all of them.
How?
Because it's weakening the government, which is going to give a chance for the Iranian people to rise up and have a revolt of their own.
Did you know
the government?
Did you know that most of them?
They're literally being slaughtered.
Most of them actually stopped. They have the chance to flee. Did you know they stopped? They stopped fleeing. They stopped fleeing. They want to stay. Did you know that? They're staying. There's not a mass exodus because they can leave now. That the leader's gone, the Ayatollah is dead, and now they're not. They're staying. They want to stay.
You ignore. You see white liberals in America. Oh, hands off Iran. But I have yet to see one Iranian in the USA say, "How dare the U.S. Bomb Iran and kill their leader?"
All right, well, you're just shopping opinions.
Cheering it.
Yeah, so some people who are very biased, I'm sure, are cheering it. They don't care about the rest of the world. They more so care about their friends and family at home, and that's understandable. That's fine.
Yeah, no, see, what's funny is that you, as a white man, a white liberal man, is going to sit here and lecture minorities on how they should feel.
I actually didn't say that. I said what they feel is valid. I told you to I just said that.
Well, all I can say is they're happy for it. I just saw literally a picture that came from Iran. They're flying fucking American flags out there.
Nice. I just saw this. I saw a video of the new person in charge giving a speech, and then a crowd bigger than the ocean of like people than the eyes can see. People as far as the eyes can see, stacked around praising this leader and screaming "Death to America." That's what I saw. I'll show it to you. Oh, he just left. This is what I saw. I'm not exaggerating. It's as far back as your eyes can see. It's all of it. Like, people feel emboldened. We have martyred the Ayatollah. I'm going to let Two Sparrows come up and say something real quick, and then we'll get to the next guest. Chat. Tap the screen. Let's get to 200K. Hello?
I just wanted to encourage everyone out there to actually speak to someone from Iran, someone that either lives there now or more likely someone that immigrated to where you live. It's really, really nuanced what's happening. Like, there is some happiness that the current regime is gone, but there's also an incredible amount of fear over the states being involved, and basically they're in a limbo right now, which is terrifying, which could be way worse than what they had before. It's extremely nuanced. I have a staff member from Iran, so we talk about it every day. She's only been here for a year and a half, and her family's all still there. So I just want to tell everybody to actually reach out to someone that is from the area and actually has an understanding, rather than just going by what you see on the news or what you assume you're seeing. Anyways, that was it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Also, I want to say thank you to Diana. Thank you from Speed Racer D. Thank you for the $10 for cooking drunk man children. It's too early to have. I think that was 2 in a row that were sauced. Cecil, I see you. I love you. I want to make sure these people aren't new debates, because I know you'll still be here if I'm go through. Yellow.
Oh my god. Quite frankly, I don't like that you say that I suck. It does not make me happy. I bombed Iran because they were being meanies to America. What do you gotta say about that one, bud? Mr. Pickles?
You got me, Braylon. Chat, if you're friendly, hop out of the box. I love you, but it really disrupts the algo numbers.
I love you! I love you!
Host is a paid shield. You guys are brainwashed. Hello?
Hey, Pickles.
What's up, Cecil?
Thanks for putting me on. I just like to stay on the back burner in case, you don't get any callers or they're all friendly, but I'm here for you, buddy.
Do you think I'm a paid shill, Cecil? You're opposition, right? You're opposition. Yeah. Everybody knows you're opposition. Do you think I'm a paid shill?
Absolutely not. No. I
think appreciate
you have a lot of integrity.
Thank you.
Sure. Your facts are wrong a lot of times. You were reading off some stuff about these solar panels being recyclable, and I found the same paragraph you were reading word for word, but I noticed on the fly you were able to not mention that less than 10% of the darn things get recycled.
95% of their materials get recycled.
No, they're recyclable.
Oh, so they are recyclable, but only 10% do get recycled.
Right. And that's because it costs so much to recycle them. Costs an average of $45 to recycle one. To send it to the dump, the landfill, which is where they end up, it costs between $1 and $5. So, maybe it would be a good thing to use these solar panels if it came with the condition that each and every one of them gets recycled. But no, they end up in landfills.
I think the thing is, the more we industrialize solar panels and the more companies involved, the more of a market and a vacuum there is, or demand for a company to capitalize on the recycling and to streamline that process and industrialize that process.
In a utopian world that you guys live in, but the fact is that's not what's happening. They're not getting recycled. That's what I'm telling you.
The thing is that we never recycled any of them. We never recycled anything until we started, and then we got better at it. And we found refined ways to recycle it.
Here's the other thing. You and I both read somewhere that they last between 20-25 years. I started thinking, because I watched this documentary I was telling you about, Planet of the Humans, and those solar farms just look like junkyards. So I was curious. I was like, I wonder how long those things actually run. Maybe they shut down before they even run out. And true enough, they only last 10 or 15 years because of the inverters. Yeah, 10 or 15 years, and they don't get recycled. And you're pumping all this stuff you're burning coal to make these things. I don't want to repeat myself. I told you all this last time, but I'm just telling you, solar panels, not good. Then they don't exist without these battery plants. And I told you about how bad they are. And they're trying to build them in your state. They're building 100 more in California. It's madness. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I was pretty passionate about it, but and I'm not trying to change the subject on you, but with what's going on in the Middle East, it does seem a little silly to be talking about batteries and whatnot, because it's a big thing.
I do want to add this point. Solar panels are carbon negative. They are carbon negative.
Oh my God!
Even
poor guy.
Even when considering the manufacturing.
Well, do you ever consider where you? Okay, look, you were talking. You and Artemis? She's got a terrific radio voice, by the way. She chimed in and said, "Oh, silly you, caller. Surveying isn't as noisy as submarines." And I looked it up. Yeah, surveying, that's what they do before they hammer these things into the ocean floor. The surveying's noisy, and it kills smaller fish. But yeah, she was right. It's about the same as submarines, which are bad too. But no, it's when they start pile driving these things into the ocean floor with these 100-ton jacks that the decibel reaches 225 decibels. And yeah, when you look it up, it says, oh, there's no scientific link. But then they say 225 decibels will render a whale deaf, and a deaf whale is a dead whale. Once they lose their hearing, they can't hunt, they can't eat, they end up on the beach. And so I guess my point is...
I don't know. When you start siding with the side that is mostly for environmental protections, you can start seeing these things, but you can't.
Well, see, that's the thing. You think it's two sides. It's many sides. Wind will go in here and start ragging on solar. Well, actually, wind and solar, they work in cahoots with each other because they both rely on these battery plants. But when you got nuclear is going to rag on coal's going to rag on nuclear. They all just put out all this information. How do you know which one's right? It's like, seriously, do you think if you went to an environmentalist website and asked them about the whales like I did, or they're going to say, well, there's no link? They say there absolutely is a link.
There would actually be a cause rather than MAGA like virtue signaling to the whales. There would be an actual cause of people saying, dang, this is killing the whales. You would hear about it. There would be an organization.
There are too many things going on in this world right now. In your little idealistic brain, and I used to be a liberal, so I know exactly how you think. You just think, oh, well, the smart people are taking this is authority bias. You just assume someone's smart. Let me ask you, Pickles. Your dad's a conservative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow up in a household that had classic rock and roll playing on the radio very much?
Yes, and I'm sorry, Cecil, but yes, my dad listens like 80s, 90s. I'm sorry. Big shout out to Georgia. Georgia and Sarah for the kick. I don't know how to do. One of y'all gets a free kick. I guess just send me a penny or something, and I will kick either one of y'all. Send me a penny the next time you want someone kicked. I don't know. Both Georgia and Sarah, thank you for the kick. Cecil, you are very loved. I'm sorry, man. Guys, I promise I receive a kick for that guest mostly when he's on. I don't kick people when they're smarter than me. In fact, I put up with more than most people would when I debate some of these people. And that's why I think a pay to kick is probably even just necessary. No, he's not to lie. Pickles. Cecil. It does hurt my brain knowing that this is in the forefront of your mind while Iran's going on. Chad, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Friendly debate. I can see you don't like Trump. Yeah, I don't. I don't like Trump. Seriously, does MAGA want to save the whales now? We're gonna have to do a lot more than worry about windmills if you're gonna want to start saving whales, man. And there's also a lot of animals we can start saving, not just whales. So I just think it's silly that you guys even want to look at this for half a second.
I love you.
Chat. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Windmills only take 45 to 50 decibels, by the way. No clue where he got 250. During the drilling? Or during the installation? Is that the case? How loud is installation of offshore windmills in decibels? 200 decibels for offshore and farm installation. The impact on marine life. Intense noise from hammer pile driving can threaten fish and marine mammals if they are too close to the construction site. I'm going to assume that, like, the first few noises that the installation makes, marine life runs from it. If they have any, if fucking self-preservation is a fucking instinct they possess, they fucking run. They don't just sit there going, ow, that hurts, ow, 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 for 3 days. Ow, that hurts. They run. Once installed, turbines are much quieter. Underwater noise is 10 to 20. Technologies like bubble curtains or alternative installation methods, suction buckets, are used to reduce noise levels. Do wind turbines it's louder underwater noise from operating offshore? What is the difference? Oh, that's a good question. What is highest decibel of offshore oil drilling? $155 to $184. The same. The same. It's the same. But constant. Offshore oil drilling noise. This isn't even just during, so, and occasionally 190 during maintenance. So this is a regular thing. Let's go, dude. Fish don't run. They ain't even got legs. The liberals think fish got legs now. I hope they bring this one to the midterms. They're cooked. Windmills aren't in the middle of the ocean either. That is so true. Are they not? Could they be pretty far out there? That's why they call offshore. How far out do windmills get installed from shore? 20 to 30 miles. How far do whales live from the shore in United States? So they actually can get close. Gray whales, how big are gray whales? They do kind of get close to over 60 miles. I'm going to guess that over 60 miles, they're more common. Known to stay in shallow waters, these are often seen very... gray whales are known to be seen in shallow waters. Humpbacks, 5 to 15 miles offshore. Shallow waters are often found. North Atlantic right whales, they do. Wow. Wow, Ari, thank you for the raid. The orcas will come up very close to shore. Dude, that is fucking cool. Sea turtles bone for 3 hours? Don't tell my future girlfriends that. Migration pretty far close. We see whales from our house daily. That's pretty crazy. All right, so I'm stupid to make a point that they're not near them. But I don't think that we see the effects that he's claiming. He's like, well, we don't have the data to see they're dying, but can you speculate that whales are dying because of this noise level? I want to see like a year where we installed a bunch on like one coast, and that coast had an acceleration of whale deaths. I feel like someone's already done this. If somebody's already answered the question that there's no link between windmills and whales dying, I think we're already there. I think you can just raise suspicion. I can just say that if you're just raising suspicion about whales dying from windmills, you're just paid by big oil and don't like alternative energies. I think that's an easier thing to assume than the whole world and scientific community is a shill for green energy, and they don't want to tell you how the whales will die from windmills. That's a weird conspiracy. It's more likely that you're just reading propaganda from big oil. Someone says you're single. I am, chat. Go easy on me. Guys, we are the Trumpers have been rare. Whales beach themselves because they're working on their tan. I more so believe that whales beach themselves because RFK Jr. Catfished them on whatever Tinder app whales use so that he could take a chainsaw to their head and put them in the back of his truck. All the lives have been quiet. I really hope we keep this momentum in the midterms, baby. I hope so. Turn on YouTube. Is YouTube not on? Oh, YouTube number. Whale waters are pretty well documented in maps. Yeah. Have you seen that this military leadership is viewing this as a way to start Armageddon? I have heard that. There's reports coming from inside the Department of War. There was a top military colonel that recently retired but there's reports saying that Pete Hegseth is pushing the messaging that this is a holy war, this is Armageddon. If you're not religious, I would be super concerned with that. I'm not religious. My tax dollars are doing some religious bullshit. I'm not cool with that. Have I considered MAGA hunting? No new wars in the Department of War. I love that, dude. John, I see you in the box, but I want to turn on my phone line. I'm turning on the phone line, y'all. If you want to call in and debate, you're welcome to. Fuck. That's the wrong one. Get my other browser. There we go. All right. Phone line is on. Phone line's on, chat. If you're on YouTube and you want to call in, phone number's right here. Be respectful. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Hey, Pickles. It's Cecil.
What's up, bub? I can't do this. I can't do it, especially since 2 people paid to kick you. You got to come back in 24 hours.
Okay, I was going to tell you, I pay on YouTube. I'm one of your gherkins that pays monthly.
I appreciate that. I didn't see that. Thank you so much, Cecil.
Okay. Well, so you want me to call back maybe tomorrow night is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got to honor my kicks, y'all. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. Trump is number 1. Oh, man. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, you can hop in the box or you can call the phone number on YouTube. What's up, Ari? Thank you for the raid. Did I see that Trump asked Zelensky for help? Is he trying to use airspace? Because nobody else wants to let him use their airspace? He needs help fighting drones. Hello?
Hello?
What's up? Is this a Trump supporter?
Hey, is this a guy online?
It is.
That's live on YouTube right now.
It is. What do you like about Trump?
I don't like anything about Trump. I'm just going to say real quick, man, I'm really glad to hear somebody agreeing with me. That's all I'm going to say.
Appreciate it, man.
It's good to see you out here. Yes, sir. I've been sitting here, man, and I've been watching your blog. God, no. No, I'm going to say real quick, I agree with you 100%. Keep doing what you're doing, all right?
Hey, thank you, dude. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. You have a good night, all right?
You too.
I don't like anything about Trump, man. I'm agreeing with you 100%. I think he's the worst president we've ever seen. You know, I'm a combat veteran, and seeing what's going on right now, I deal with these people all day long, and it's good to see somebody that's coming from the same side of it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you and thank you. Thank you for your service, man. Yeah, thanks for your service. Sounds like a Trump supporter, but isn't. Yeah, those are the best, dude. MAGA passing. Those are the best. Offered with conditions. If I were Zelensky, I And we're like, hey, remember that thing? Remember when you fucking embarrassed me in front of the world in the Oval Office? You ready to say sorry? Did you say please? That's what I that's what I would say. Yeah. I'll be like, all right, these are my conditions. Russia out. Tell your friend Putin to get out. Stop making me look like a fucking... Stop trying to make me look like a clown. The only person to have small brain or spy will not support Trump. Much love, Beth. Yeah, there's totally not weird Russian people. Dude, it's real too. Like, people like laugh and meme about how there's Russian or Israeli bots in our social media. It's real, man. It's real. They're everywhere. If I were Zelensky, I would make Trump not show up in a suit to our next meeting. I want to know what Trump looks like. I guess he'd wear like a golf polo. My husband's a union construction superintendent. People think he's MAGA. He despises him too. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to wear jeans, Trump. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Hello?
Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
No, I don't support Trump.
Oh yeah.
I'm just wondering, what is your debate? What are you trying to debate?
I say Trump sucks.
You're kind of just like gossiping about stuff.
I say Trump sucks. I criticize Trump, criticize the current administration, criticize their actions in Iran, which is Iran. And if you don't support Trump, you obviously know the things that he's doing are worth criticizing.
Iran.
I'm sorry?
I don't support any of the presidents in the last, I don't know, 80 years. I think they're all a bunch of shit. So, but you want to criticize what's happening in Iran? Do you support Iran?
Do I support Iran? No.
Yeah. Well, then what's wrong with what Trump is doing to Iran?
So in your head, there's only two modes. It's either you support Iran or you bomb them and put us into a war and the whole world into war.
I don't know. They have a dictatorship. Well, they had a dictatorship. So
there's a ton of dictatorship. We're best friends with multiple dictatorships.
well,
So is Trump.
Iran is supporting China, for one. They were. They also have a extremely religious, strict, violent regime that's based on religion.
And we're working on that too, right? Like, the Trump regime is very religious.
You like a separation between religion and state, right? So
I do like that.
Why would you?
But that's not in the Iran constitution.
No, but they've been operating like that for what, 60 years?
Yeah, we absolutely fucked with their politics and did a coup on their government and installed a U.S.-backed leader. They hate us.
Which leader was that?
Let me see. It was in 1953.
Like the whale thing?
We installed, this guy's name was Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
That guy was overthrown.
The coup overthrew the democratically elected leader Mohammad Mossadegh.
Right. So what year was that?
And then the Shah ruled as an autocrat until 1979.
Okay, so we're talking about 50 years ago.
Yeah, they think about it as if it was yesterday, man.
Who does?
Iran.
I see a lot of videos of Iranians cheering.
Scream
They're happy.
death to America.
Well, there's Iranians saying that. There's Iranians that have left Iran that are saying, "Yay,
They've
this is
they've
the
stopped
best day
leaving.
ever."
They've stopped
Huh?
leaving. The outpour of people have stopped. A lot of them have stopped. They're staying.
What are you saying? I don't know. I don't know.
This is not the regime. Like, didn't Pete Hegseth say it himself? This is not a regime change operation.
Okay.
So what exactly are we doing there besides like covering up Epstein files, stopping us talking about that, fucking up the world economy, helping out Russia, and
That's a completely separate issue. Like I said, I don't support Trump. I think anybody who's been on the Epstein list, I think the Epstein list is all that is the fucking emails, a bunch of which are redacted. What about all the evidence that they found on the island? There's hundreds of people that are in the government that should probably be fucking executed. It's got nothing to do with bombing Iran.
of course it
You know
does.
you know why they're attacking Iran?
Yeah, because we're talking too much about the
Trying to
Epstein
build
files.
nukes.
No, oh my
They're
god,
trying to build
you
nukes.
poor soul. Really?
Poor soul.
Okay? So we a few months ago we struck their nuclear centers, right?
Yeah.
And was
They're
that successful?
rebuilding.
Trump says that was successful.
They bombed them in the fucking smithereens.
So it was successful, and they were no longer a nuclear threat.
No, within 3 weeks they started rebuilding it.
Dude, it takes a long time to get weapons grade. Long time.
Not if you're partners with China.
Now, even if you're partners with China.
No, because Iran's had a long-standing relationship between two dictators, which again, you're all about democracy, right? Why would there be any qualms? Why would there be anything that has to do with I hate Trump? That has to do with fucking Iran.
Okay, so Trump has put us into a world war. There's a lot of things like gas prices. Gas prices are about to skyrocket. I don't like autocracies. I don't like theocracies. I don't like dictators. I don't like Trump for the same reason. But Trump is best friends with all types of these types of people. Netanyahu, he's friends with Putin. They're both doing atrocious things. And he's standing next to Netanyahu doing them and allowing them, greenlighting him. And this is very famously a thing that the president of the United States has been the person to stop Netanyahu from bombing Iran. He's been promising us that they are 3 weeks away from building a nuclear weapon since 1964, dude. He's been promising this, and it's not a thing. Nobody thinks it's actually a thing. Tulsi Gabbard didn't think it was a thing, and she didn't get the memo that they were going to be lying about this. So she misspoke, and then heard Trump say, "Oh shit, never mind. They do have nuclear weapons. They have no delivery systems. They have no rockets. They have no bioweapons. They have nothing. They have nothing. This is just."
Have rockets.
They do not have military. They do not have the delivery systems for for any sort of weapon of mass destruction to reach any Western country.
They have an economic partnership with China. They've been
Nice.
trading nuclear.
So every single country that has an economic partnership.
Years.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries that have
What do you
economic
think of China?
partnerships.
Do you think China's a positive influence on the world?
I think they're fantastic. Yeah.
You think there's
Can you tell me what's wrong with China?
Listen, have you ever heard of the Falun Gong? No, Falun. Oh, fuck. There's a religious group that was in China.
Can you tell me? Can you just tell me what you think that's so bad about China?
That they're a dictatorship.
Okay, so are we about to be? What are they doing wrong?
Trump is a dictator.
Yes.
You think Trump is a dictator?
Yes.
See, this is the problem. You're. It's all about party lines. You're not focused on like the big picture. You say like Trump's in bed with Putin and this and that. You're not seeing the big
Trump
picture
at the very heart. Even his past generals have come out and said that Trump is deeply fascist. He is a authoritarian at heart. He is.
Okay. The Chinese take political prisoners and harvest their organs.
Okay, and Trump has put tons of Trump is doing tons of lawfare right now, and we've got okay. Again, they have literally no homeless people in China. They have a
That
thriving middle
is
class in China.
completely
They
not
they are
true.
the world's superpower in manufacturing. They give us
They
all of
have
our nice,
hundreds of
cheap.
thousands of homeless people in China. You see,
Only hundreds of thousands?
all you're doing, I don't know where you get your news source from, but you're reading propaganda.
Dude, you're
You're
reading
not.
propaganda. Does China have a homeless
What am I
population?
reading?
Does
China has a huge homeless population. China has a huge amount of people that are below the poverty line.
All right, I'm gonna help you out. All right. Are you looking at the screen?
You're mocking me.
You're looking at the screen, okay? I'm gonna Google this. I'm googling in the Google machine. Does China have homelessness? Yes, there are homeless people in China with estimates from 2020 around 9 million, a number potentially rising due to recent economic youth crisis. The visible street homelessness is rare major cities due to strict urban. What's the population of China?
Bribed by the CCP.
What is the population of China?
I have a problem with the CCP.
What is the population of China?
Do you think communists are good people?
Do you have any real criticisms besides like Red Scare propaganda? Communism. Ooh.
I don't know. 80 million dead people sounds like a pretty fucked up regime to me.
All right. I mean, capitalism's done worse, hasn't it? 80 million is pretty sad. It's pretty nothing.
The Great Leap Forward.
Again, none of these things. China is the biggest superpower in the world economically, and they will be even more so after we spin our wheels, spending all this money on our military. They're in a trajectory to beat us in every way. They're ahead of us in technology. They're ahead of us in safety nets for their people. They have a healthier middle class, I bet.
Technology that China puts out is just a facade. They claim to have this jet that's like equal to the whatever the fuck the new jet is.
Have you seen the airports in China?
They have one, and it's like fake. It's like not even a real. It doesn't.
Okay, I guess you've seen some propaganda about China not being that ahead of us, but they're building literal wonders around the world. They built the world's biggest dam in Africa. They can build a bridge in like fucking 8 hours. They are far ahead of us in just about every way. They have light rails.
Big ass fucking dam, the Three Gorges Dam. Did you know that the Three Gorges Dam is causing ecological damage across millions and millions of square miles in China right now?
Yeah, you guys don't really care about that stuff.
Collapsed. Have you ever seen the highways that China's been building that have collapsed? I'm talking about.
We have highways that collapse too, don't we?
Not recently, not like new construction.
They have far better highways than us. They have far better roads than us. They have far better airports than us. They have far better everything. Infrastructure. They have trains that go 600 miles an hour. They have everything way better than us. And you're just like, they're starving. They're just hurting over there. Have you ever been to China, dude? They're better in every way.
Have you ever been to Iran? Have you ever seen what actually happens in these countries? Have you seen how they operate? Have you seen what they do to their people? I don't think you
guys want that. Your movement is pushing us in that direction. Your movement pushes us in that direction. Your movement wants theocracy. Your movement wants that kind of shit.
Argumentative. What movement? What, dude?
The MAGA movement.
Apolitical.
No, you're arguing against every anti-liberal idea you could possibly think of. You're just lying to yourself, so you don't have to take any sort of heat from the Trump administration. This is a Chinese airport.
Liberal and communist are the same thing. You're fucking retarded.
You can't say that word, bub.
Communism and
most conservatives literally think anybody left of them are communists. That's your whole party. That's you. If you're dropping the R word, you're not some middle of the road dude. You're the fuck your feelings crowd. You're the person that's too shy to share your political beliefs because you're so negative IQ about like world politics, domestic politics, that you can't take any heat from it because you don't know anything. But you just kind of have all of these negative views of one side. And if given the chance, you would only vote Republican or conservative. Yellow.
Well, I want to say how much of an honor it is to be on your panel. Look, been watching you for a long time from the White House, and it's an honor for you to be up here and to project such good health things. Look, us at the White House want to thank you so much for doing what you do, and God bless you, and God bless Somalia. Thank you.
Chad, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Also, there's a Cash App and Venmo in the bio. If you guys are trying to buy me coffee or antidepressants, that's the best way to do it. I thought coffee was the antidepressant. No. According to my survey data, 90% of Americans support Trump. Trump has a 30% approval rating. 30%. Donut Hole made my Zillow $50 for 30. Oh. Or sushi, chat. If y'all want to try to make me sushi, come on now. I'll take that. Guys, nobody had this brilliant idea that if we didn't like a country and it's ran by a dictator, no one's ever thought of this. We should just bomb it and take over it. No one's ever thought of this. We should do that. Or there's a reason no one's ever done it. There's a reason. And it's not because they weren't brave enough. They just didn't have the leadership. It's that they weren't fucking stupid enough. They didn't have the same problems Trump had. Trump has the problems of the Epstein files ruining his election. People were just talking about it all day and night. You can see the metrics too. That this has successfully stopped us from talking about Epstein files. And rightfully so, because this is bigger and graver, I guess, now. This is a bigger thing. Someone says, let me in. You have to come up. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I'd say I'm like on the spectrum. I'm favorable of him because it's not like I like every single thing. Just like that's kind of how politics is. But I'm like mostly a supporter.
What do you like about him?
I think him on the economy is decent. I like what he did in Venezuela.
Why would you say what he's doing to the economy is decent? What metrics are we looking at here?
Well, metrics and I mean, I just like that inflation has went down. It's at 2 to 3%, hasn't went above it. And I also think that like when it comes to the economy, looking at metrics is kind of just really difficult because obviously what Joe Biden did for the economy, like all his stimulus packages, whatever, that can kind of like become, a factor in Trump's presidency. So, I mean, like, I think kind of, well, for example, like I think Barack Obama and the amount of deportations he did is why the economy was strong when Trump was in office.
I think it's really bad. I think that's stupid. Why would you say that?
Well, just because, I mean, to be...
How big is this country? How many people?
It's 350 million.
How many deportations did Obama do?
I mean, it's contested. I'm going to be real.
Okay, it's like 3.5 million. Okay, we're talking about 1%. A 1% change in the population made it better. There's no data at all that is written by an economist that says deportations make the economy better. There's only data that shows the opposite. It does very bad things for the economy every time. So I think that's some like third grade level observations there.
Yeah. So what I would just say to that is that, I would say that you're probably on the belief that greed is like the main motivator for people when it comes to, you know, the economy, right? Like everybody operates off of greed, correct?
No, I'm just saying if you're going to make a decision to better the economy, mass deportation would have nothing to do with it.
Well, it does, because at the end of the day, right? Like when you're talking about wages are stagnated due to a surplus of labor, like in the market. So the reason, I think, like you would agree that all millionaires and billionaires want to increase their profits. The number one cost for every business is labor. So to decrease your wages, to stagnate wages, is
So you
really
want to
important for a lot of
decrease
these businesses.
the majority of the people who make money, right? Like, so you want to help very few people get richer and the majority of the people make less money?
No. So in America, when in the 1960s, for example, when we had like the highest wages and the lowest cost of goods, for example, we didn't have mass immigration that we do now. We take in 1 million immigrants a year on top of all the illegal migration. I mean, I don't even know if you can say
And
that.
have you ever Googled if that's good or bad for the economy?
Well, the thing is like, I know it stagnates wages because a guy like Elon Musk is obsessed with H-1B visas. It's because he can pay less. If you look at recent graduates,
That's not true. So
you keep referring data, but I'm just telling you
Yeah.
like I own a business. I
Yeah, I know.
hire people.
I've owned
without
businesses
papers.
too. I probably owned and ran
so-
bigger.
Okay, I mean, I don't know what this like contest is now.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
really
know you're trying to qualify your opinion, but mine's more qualified in that regard. So keep going.
Okay, well, you see how you're trying to like diverge from the actual topic, what I'm trying to actually get into, because I'm getting into like human psychology of like, hey, everybody wants to like lower their wage costs, and then you're saying, well, I have a bigger business than you. It's like, okay, dude, cool. Like,
Okay,
why we're talking
I know
about
you're trying to qualify your opinion, and it's not qualified at all. In fact, it's negative in every way for
okay,
you.
so let me ask you this, like just straight up, because I just want you to answer this question, and like it'll tell me a lot. Do you not believe that a greedy business owner wants to lower his cost of labor, his cost of how much?
Do you think mass deportation does that?
Yes, because these people come in from a different country. They're willing to work for less. That's objectively true.
So mass deportation is bad for people who want to pay less money, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Is that you have to look. Well, this is the thing, right? Is like when you're talking about lowering cost of goods, right? You can't do it through just like throwing in a bunch of labor into the market. Because then what's your argument for saying like let in 15 million people every single year legally? Like, why wouldn't you just let in as many people?
That's
as
what we
possible?
need to do. That's what we need to do. Yeah.
Well, that's destroyed wages. Like we've seen that
No, it
wages
doesn't.
have gone. Well, why have wages gone down and then costs have just stayed the same?
I'm going to tell you right now the crux in your argument. For every 500,000 people we deport, 44,000 U.S. citizens lose their job. Also, at the end of this deportation, 63% of the economy will see the top 63%, meaning people above the poverty line, they're going to see their wages decrease somewhere around 3 to 4%. Everybody below that line, the poor people that you're so worried about, they're going to see their wages increase by 1.1%. And then decrease again by 0.6 and then continue to decrease. You're not helping anybody, not the top or the bottom. You're not helping the business owners. You're not helping the economy. You are fucking everybody in this regard.
So you agree with the millionaires and billionaires who are like quite literally their number one goal in in politics is literally to get cheap foreign labor.
No, I just think that this is dumb. This is not a fix for it. You're like, my hands are tied. We have to do mass deportation. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. My position.
That's what they
okay,
want.
but let me
That's literally what
clarify.
they want.
I'm going to clarify. We should give all these people legal status. We should just give them a pathway. If you haven't committed a crime, we can grow our economy by. We're in population decline. You know that, right? That's detrimental in every way. It's worse for the economy than anything you could possibly think. No, worse than people who speak Spanish. Worse than people who look brown. Worse than all that. It's worse than all of it put together.
Okay, so let me make a real quick argument, and then you can dissect it if you want. So, like for example, computer science. If you got into that field, you were one of the highest paid people out of college. As of this year, the wages have been stagnated so severely that number one, you can't find a job, and if you do find a job, you're getting
That's
paid.
AI.
That's AI. Oh, come on, man. They say it's AI. It's
AI.
Microsoft fired 10,000 people. Microsoft fired 10,000 people, and then they literally applied for 15,000 H-1B visas, and then they offshore all the jobs.
That's legal, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
So
I
mass
think that
deportation doesn't do anything for that. So you have no argument at all at this
well,
point.
hold up. I can be against both things. I can walk and
No,
chew
I'm
gum at the same
asking you
time.
for why mass deportation is good. You have no idea.
Well, yeah, because guess what? When the bottom of the jobs are getting wage stagnated by mass cheap labor,
You're making
that
it
actually makes it
worse.
so everybody gets
It makes
paid
it
less.
worse. It makes it worse. So I just
So,
told you the
so
numbers.
no,
Everybody
no, you're
says it
telling
makes
me
it
numbers.
worse.
I can just say numbers too. That just so you know, you can manipulate statistics to support any argument when it comes to the economy. Like we can just talk about human psychology here.
Okay.
Because you
Do
know
you
that
have
there's
one
always
person?
somebody.
I want you to Google this. I want you to find anything right now.
Google?
Okay. Google anything. Google fucking DuckDuckGo it. Find any positive impact of mass deportation for the economy. Find an economist that says it. Find anybody. Find one person saying it. Nobody argues that it's good for the economy. Only stupid people that are just led to think that.
So that's exactly what a billionaire would want you to say. So good job being a bootlicker, by the way, buddy. Also, hey man, like, what do you think if I have a person who's willing to work for $200, and then I have the Kai who's been born in America for like his whole life, and then he doesn't want to work for $200, right? Like, what do you think happens in that scenario? I hire the guy for 200, and then that guy's out of a job. How does that help the guy that's out of a job? Like, explain to me how that makes sense.
I'm telling you, you're looking at it one scenario in every position. When someone's born, when a U.S. citizen's born, that person's pushing somebody out of a school, like a chair in a schoolroom. You can look at this in the negative way all you want, but when you look at the big picture, when you look at the deficits, when you look at the GDP, you look at every single metric that actually matters, not just your fucking stupid feelings.
My GDP.
Yeah,
GDP, I can't
all of
afford a
these
home,
things.
but at least the GDP went
The
up.
GDP increases the
Oh, the
tax
communist
revenue.
is the GDP guy now. It's so crazy, right? You're the communist guy, and yet you're literally preaching
I'm not
about
communist.
GDP.
I'm not
Oh,
communist.
well, you just before were preaching about China and how they don't have homeless people. It's like hilarious when they have basically the same amount of homelessness that we do. They just hide it because they're a communist nation. But I guess like for you, all that matters is billionaires make their millions and billions, and that your average American gets completely screwed and shafted and can't afford a decent wage.
Your fix for this is hurting them even more.
Oh yeah, so the American getting replaced at the bottom level jobs, right? The jobs that actually require no experience, because most people.
You're just coping. You're just coping, by the way.
So does everybody start with experience or no experience? In the
You're
job
just
market?
coping, by the way. The data speaks for itself. I'm sorry if this is happening to you.
Data. Do you know how much a nurse gets paid for ultrasound in New York City?
How
For
much?
ultrasound? They get paid minimum wage. You know why? Because there's an infinite amount of illegal immigrants getting free college that are then going into New York City doing ultrasound. They literally are able to pay people nothing.
And all of those people now are in New York City renting apartments. They are buying food. They're buying clothes. They're consumers, and they are giving everybody who they're buying those items from opportunity to hire people. And you're crying about it, and you're just only focused on the negative aspect of somebody who went through 6 months of school and wants a minimum. So again,
Amazon's making more money. Amazon's making more money, and then there's a mom who can't feed her children and buy a home.
for every person that you're crying about, there's gonna be 44,000 more people without jobs for every 500,000 people you deport. So it's just backwards. You're working against the betterment of the system.
No. Just so you know, there's more millionaires in America because of all this mass labor. It's because of all the mass labor. There's so much cheap labor that makes it so there's more millionaires, that makes it so there's more of a wealth disparity. Why do you think in New York City there's a massive amount of millionaires living there?
Do you have any data to back any of your stances? You're just doing like third grade level economics.
Literally, I've been running away from New York City for a good reason. What do you
Dude,
mean? That doesn't I don't need to
Can you tell me a thing that the Republicans do to help the middle class? Everything they do makes the wage gap worse.
I would agree with you. I actually think Republicans are worse on immigration than Democrats are. Unironically, just in the last, I think like since Trump, Democrats have flipped because Trump all of a sudden was against him. But Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders. Do you like Bernie Sanders? He was literally anti-mass immigration, anti-illegal immigration. And he said for the
That's fine. Nobody's for illegal immigration. I'm asking you about mass deportation. You guys like my hands are tied. We have to do like what Hitler did right now. It's the only thing we can do.
Okay, what about it? What about Matt? What do you want
Mass
me to?
deportation's fucking dumb. It's bad for the country. It's political theater. It's costing us a fortune. You want to talk about
Yeah, I
metrics
would
at
say it's a
all?
luxury. I would say it's a luxury, but in my opinion, I think it is better. I think so. In the short term, it
It's
is
not a
gonna hurt. I
luxury.
would.
How much of
The
our
mass deportation is not a
population?
luxury.
How much of our population is undocumented migrants?
Well, I actually just gave you an agreement right there. I was just saying like, yeah, it is expensive. That's why I said it's a luxury.
How expensive do you think it is?
It's extremely expensive. I don't know the numbers, but it is extremely.
I'm going to help you. What does China spend on their military as a country? It's 1.6 billion people. It's what we spend on ICE. That's how much.
Well, yeah. Just so you know, we also have a much larger.
Because of y'all.
Well, what's your point here? Is that it's expensive, so we shouldn't do it? Like,
Yeah. What are we getting out of it? Nothing.
I don't know. Are you okay with sharing where you live or no?
No, I don't. The United States is not private property. So if you were to take every single person on Earth and squeeze them into Texas, it would be roughly the same population density as New York City. We're not running out of space. The more people, the better. We're in population decline.
They are replacing neighborhoods. Like, for example, I live in Jersey. If you go to Newark, Edison, Elizabeth, you are.
That's
not
always
in
been
a
the
place
case.
that feels like America.
Where are your parents from?
You're telling me Elizabeth is like America?
Are you where are your parents from? Where are your ancestors from?
Why does it matter?
Because you're just that person, that racist person of 2026. So back when the Italians came over, back when the Italians came over, there were a bunch of people crying that they're going to come here and do all this stuff, and they have neighbors of Italians. It's all gone. You don't look at Italians are white now to y'all. You don't care. Same thing with Irish people. Same thing with Irish people. Everybody cried that Irish people were coming over here. They were fucking, oh my God, they're coming. Their culture just doesn't, they're not going to assimilate. All that's gone now. You guys cried about it. You were violent about it. Now it's time for you guys to do that to everybody who's brown.
Oh man, what do you think about like the Dominican Republic deporting 1 million Haitians? What do you think about that?
I think it's bad.
Racist?
Yeah.
It was bad, even though it's like objectively helped their economy.
How has it helped their economy?
Well, their economy was in shambles before because they were literally getting extremely.
Mass deportation has probably never fixed anybody's economy. I think you're just putting two things together.
So it's social and it's economic. So number one, why should I allow somebody to change every single neighborhood that's American and turn it into? In Newark, they don't speak English, by the way. I don't know.
Again, that's not going to happen. It's not a thing that's going to happen. This country's
It has
huge.
happened.
This country's always been a melting pot. Everybody always assimilates.
Have you been to Newark, dude? Have you been to Newark?
No.
Have you been to Edison? Have you been to Indian neighborhoods? They don't
Have you?
assimilate.
I live in Dallas. There's Vietnamese neighborhoods. There's Indian neighborhoods. It's totally fine. This is the American experiment. If you can't assimilate to the American experiment, you are now the least liked person. This whole country, like 51 or more, the popular vote, liberals in this country don't want anything to do with people like you who just straight up don't like other cultures. So you are not assimilating.
Why Donald Trump win the popular vote if they didn't want a mandate?
You didn't. You guys won less than 50.
He didn't win the popular vote.
I said less than 50.
Dude, what?
He's less than 50. Y'all won by 1.7%. 1.7%.
Popular vote.
It's 1.7%.
So you agree? So
There
he
are
really had a mandate.
There
and he
are.
ran on mass
That's not a
deportation.
mandate. It's not a mandate.
His number one campaign promise: mass deportations. Nobody voted for it.
I have interviewed 1,000 people that they can't tell me why mass deportation's good.
I just told you.
What's it good for?
It's going to increase wages of the everyday American.
It reduces wages.
You're just saying that when I try to get into the psychology of like, hey, you're a greedy business owner. Who are you? What do you want as a greedy business owner? Infinite cheap labor, or are you going to want to hire only Americans that have a finite source of labor? Carsey School.
You're just being a fourth grader, giving me like your simple mind. What's your education level?
Why does Elon Musk beg for H-1B visas? Why do construction companies?
Okay, you're just putting two and two together. How come this says this? Carney School Public Policy based on we'll just go straight to the document. It just straight up says that mass deportation decreases wages. It just straight up says that. So you're going to have to find me something that I can read that it re-explains this to me, because every single economist, every one of them say that this is bad for the economy. You have nobody that says it's good. You're sitting here hoping it does, which is just assuring me that you're wrong. You're just double assured that you're like, how come, if this isn't true, how come the sky is blue? Like, this is This makes no sense. I don't care what else you have to say, man. Show me a source that says it's better for wages. Because if you're not an economist, I'm not an economist. I want to learn. I want to learn what actual economists have to say about this. Not just you. Not just you. I don't know what you do. If you change tires or something, but you're not an economist, it sounds like.
Oh, was I muted? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, this is the thing: is you could always find something to support your economic.
Then you need to go find one. Go find one.
But this is making the conversation.
I thought no.
I don't even want to talk about economic.
You're not. No. Go find one. Go ahead. Go ahead. Find one. If you can always find one, find one.
Okay. Do I need to find a study to tell you that Newark, New Jersey, is like literally a Spanish-speaking colony of Hispanics?
No, I don't care. I don't care what you say. I want you to find me a good source. Find me a good source. Find me a good source.
You don't care about neighborhoods being replaced?
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing. Go ahead and find me a source.
You don't care it's a thing? I don't want to find you a source. I just think the
You have no hope in finding me a source where the economy is going to get better when you do mass deportation, period.
You know what, man? What do you think about the Epstein files?
I think Trump is not releasing all of them. He's redacted them. Howard Lutnick is still in office. He has not arrested one person because he knows that we're going to dive deeper and there will be discovery and then Trump will finally be implicated. He's not arresting anybody. So I think that's what's up with the Epstein files.
What do you think about WikiLeaks?
I think it's crazy.
Okay, so you would agree that the WikiLeaks also are kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'd say you're being consistent then. Because, you know, but, you know, I don't really want to have the like source thing, man. The source thing, because I don't even know how to show you a source. Obviously,
tell me what it's called. Tell me the title of it. I have been begging for a whole year.
Listen, man, I'll be as real as I could get. With my business, I would have to pay more in wages if I didn't have illegal labor. It just would be the case. It would just be the case.
And that is you seeing this far. You see this? That's you. You're looking this far. Okay, but when you take people away from your community that buy things from you, that is fewer people buying your services or the people adjacent to your services or in the vertical or horizontal industries of your services. This is less revenue. This is less money being passed around in the economy, less people buying houses, renting houses, making landlords have inconsistent.
Have wages not been stagnated? Have wages not been stagnated basically across the board?
When Biden was in office, wages outpaced inflation.
Okay, but like I'm saying on a larger, Mr. Like you're looking only this far. Like I'm saying across the board. Like
I haven't looked at. I mean, if Trump is called stagflation, which is what Kamala.
Trump, it's been stagnated forever, man. The only reason why wages have even gone up is because of all the innovation with technology. If it wasn't for that, wages would be decompressed.
The worst people for wages at the bottom class or for wealth inequality, the worst people are Republicans.
But you would agree
every single
that there's
time.
Wealth inequality. You would agree that wealth inequality is getting worse.
Yes, because of Republican policy.
Literally translates into wages are being stagnated.
Because of Republican policy, not because of immigrants.
No, because since 1960s, nothing has changed much in terms of tax policy or economic policy, man.
That's really not true at all.
Oh, dude, come on. You're telling me that there's anything as big as a country getting millions and millions of immigrants from legal and illegal immigration?
Yes.
Policy? Number one, tax policy changes like in cycles. It goes up and it goes down, and then regulations get taken away and get put in place. So like to say that like even these things are as big of a deal, it's
bigger.
So how is changing the demo? Like we went from a country that was quite literally 80 to 90% white to now 50% white to now all these different immigrant groups. You're going to say, oh, well, I know. Is that a major change to you?
You're talking about legal migration.
Well, I mean, also, if you have a child on American grounds, like that kid gets automatic.
That's legal.
So
yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, technically it's legal, but it's from illegal immigration. That's why people are concerned.
You're just learned to be like upset about it for some reason, but that's how America's made.
I'm literally just saying, okay, so I have a question for you. What do you think is a bigger change, the tax policy or the immigration policy? What do you
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Here's immigration over the last. So from 1980 to 1990, we still have 1.5 million undocumented migrants present from those years. We are now at 10.9 million. During Trump, it was 11.5. If you can tell me, if you're trying to tell me that you can feel or see a difference, you're lying.
I can. My community's literally changed. I literally don't. Right. When I go out to my community, it's changed. New Jersey has changed as a state.
Okay, New Jersey, by the way, New Jersey and New York. New York is literally the cultural epicenter of this country, and you're sitting here crying that it's not homogenous. It's stupid.
So does anybody deserve a land of their own, or nobody does?
This is a country that's melting pot. This is
So what
American
about
experience.
South Africa? What about South Africa? Why was that not? Is that not a thing that shouldn't be a case? Like I would
So when
I
you
would
do
say that.
colonialism and you oppress people, that's bad.
So it's colonialism when whites do it, but when other
When you do it by
minorities do
force,
it.
yeah. When you do it by force and when you
what
kill
is-
people and stuff, yeah, it's bad.
So I have a question for you. Like the 1965 Hart-Celler Act, did any American agree to that? That was literally done from politicians that were mainly funded by construction companies entirely, by the way. That was not done with a like, oh hey guys, you guys want to get demographically replaced? That was literally done by force, dude. Come on.
So
like,
you're-
you think anybody in Edison
You're
wanted to be
falling.
replaced?
You're falling for this thing called the Great Replacement Theory. It is a far right white supremacist talking point, and it's
A theory. It literally is happening. What are you talking
It's-
about? We went from 90% white to 50% white.
so
That's
you're
not-
worried about the whiteness of America, and you're a white supremacist.
No, I'm not worried about the whiteness. I'm worried about America, period. I'm seeing that America, my community, is changing. I'm seeing that jobs are paying less. I'm seeing that communities are less safer.
And this has nothing.
everything rapidly.
Immigration is not the fix to this at all. If you actually were
So why
genuinely
is my
concerned
Walmart
about it,
locking everything up? Why would I go to my Walmart, which 10 years ago didn't
because
lock
crime is a
everything up?
thing. Because crime is a
Oh,
thing.
well, it wasn't a thing when it was a white community, and now that it's an
Oh
Indian community
man,
and black
oh
community, it looks
bro,
completely
oh man.
different.
Okay, well we have all of the data that shows that undocumented migrants, by the way, don't commit almost any crime compared to a
What about
U.S.
their
citizen.
children? What
That
about
same
their
thing.
children?
Same thing. There's
Ah,
no
same
crime.
thing.
There's
Ah,
no.
You're not telling the truth now, dude. Come
So
on.
that would be a U.S. citizen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But it
we're talking
wouldn't
about
be a white
undocumented migrants.
Well, undocumented immigrants, most of them came here. They understand that they're undocumented. That's why they commit less crime.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you're lumping in Americans, you're also lumping in a certain demographic of Americans that commit a preposterous amount of crime.
Are you talking about black people?
I would say African American, but you want to be impolite about it.
What makes you think that they're committing more crime?
Like reality, like facts, statistics.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? They're committing more violent crime, specifically violent crime. Yeah.
Okay, so you're just talking per capita. White men still commit the most violent crime.
I don't believe that. No, I don't think that's even true anymore. Actually, no, you're right. You're right. As compared to like each group, but I would say that non-white crime is definitely more than white violent crime.
Okay, the fact that this is like a thing and it's so close, it's like within margins. The fact that you carry this around with you is racist. It's gross.
Actually, not racist at all. I actually don't really care. I just don't want to see my communities change. Is that like
Again, like you. I want to point to something, all right? You're like, I don't like the culture of my community. It's being broken up. It's being disturbed, okay?
Yeah,
so
which is really normal. Which
this
is
is
what the Dominicans
this is
did, and they had an issue with it. And then they
pretend this is a picture of the United States. Actually, without the colors. Pretend this is the United States. Okay? This is, oh my god. This is roughly
I'm so shocked that you said that like taxes have changed a lot in America. Like I don't even think that's a crazy.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Taxes in America in the 1980s, before Reagan got his dirty dick beaters on it, the top taxable rate was somewhere like 80%, 75%. And then he
that's not the effective tax.
I get that the effect. I get it. And I know the chart that you're talking.
Disingenuous though. That's so disingenuous, dude.
You're saying that didn't change anything?
Well, when you say there's an 80% tax rate and then they have a bunch of tax loopholes that change everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just like you're saying 80%, but that's not. So like your low IQ, your low common denominator viewer is just like 80% tax rate. Like nobody obviously paid that, and that's disingenuous.
They absolutely did, and this is the difference.
Nobody paid 80%, bruv.
This is the difference. This is what happens.
We probably pay more in taxes now than we ever do. You know, we have more taxes in terms of like sales tax, income tax, property tax. Like people are drowning in taxes. You don't just pay income tax by
No, they're not.
There's a million other taxes.
No,
low common denominator. Definitely. I actually don't like Nick Fuentes, funny enough. I mean, I don't mind him, but I don't like him that much.
Okay, you're just gonna have to look at it like this. You've seen this before? You've seen this chart?
Dude, but that chart, That's real. That chart supports my theory. What year since 1965, and it goes crazy up after immigration becomes huge in America. You're literally proving my point right now, dude.
You're
Come
gonna
on.
let me talk. You see how it actually doesn't divorce until 1981.
Yeah, because guess what, man? It's not like since 1965, the Hart-Celler Act, it just overnight became a bajillion
Okay,
immigrants.
nobody with a brain thinks that the wealth disparity came because of like roughly 1% of the population changed. That's not what happened. Rich people got rich. Rich people got rich, and then poor people stayed poor. More people coming into the economy does not make more people stay poor.
Yeah. Well, what you're saying right now is like the rich, the billionaires and millionaires who literally lobbied extremely aggressive for cheap foreign labor to be imported in mass numbers. Those people did not care about paying Americans less. That was just a coinky-dink. Elon Musk is not a greedy capitalist. Elon Musk, the greedy capitalist who literally is like what do you call it, dog whistles to white supremacists all the time.
So do you.
Literally turns his back around. No, well, Elon Musk dog whistles, and then he says, "I will die for H-1B visas," because he knows that is his number one cost.
Yeah, I know. He has no morality. Nobody on the right does. If you just want to keep pointing at H-1B visas, those are legal, by the way. Those are legal.
Diverging from the Bernie Sanders.
Those are legal. I don't have a dude. You guys do this thing where you worship a politician. You just have to adhere to everything they say. In my head, in every liberal's head, we just have these ideas, these policy ideas. We're like, well, how do we fix immigration? How do we do these things objectively? You're sitting out here just playing defense for all of the crazy shit they come up with. And you're pointing to people like Bernie Sanders saying, oh, look.
Was Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, were they racist in their ideology at the time when they wanted to deport undocumented migrants? Was it a racist ideology? Like, I'm confused why Bernie Sanders, the guy who literally is like, never once been corrupted by big money, why that guy all of a sudden was saying that.
I know how you want to be real vague and stuff, and how everything's the same. If someone says they want undocumented migrants out of the country, that means they want to do it to the same degree that Trump is doing it now. Obama, 60% criminals. Trump, 70% non-criminals. Okay, 20% repeat offenders. The rest of these people, who fucking knows? Maybe some of the rest of the people who are actually criminals are being straight up dragged out of our own prisons. So he's not even actually making anybody safer.
Obama was asked. Asked about it.
Okay.
Obama was asked.
Trump tried to get y'all to ask him. Trump begged y'all to ask him. He said, they're criminals, they're rapists, they're poisoning the blood of the country. These people's genetics are bad. He called them vermin. He says that they're making the economy worse.
Do you know where the rapist thing comes from?
Where?
Do you know why he said rapist?
Why?
Do you know like coyotes are? You know those people that like take women from Mexico and bring them into America? You know.
So they rape them on the way, right?
Yeah.
Those aren't the people coming? The coyotes stay in Mexico, don't they?
What do you mean? They're bringing their bringing their
So the coyotes aren't the ones coming here and raping more people, because that's not showing up in the numbers either.
So if you're stopping illegal immigration at the border, are you not halting all that rape that's happening from the coyotes? Is that not the case?
We're talking about mass deportation. Trump. We're not talking about fixing the border. It has nothing to do with mass deportation.
Drugs in through. Why do you think there's so much stress right now in Mexico and Ecuador and all these countries? Why do you think?
Because Trump is in office.
Yeah, because there's less illegal immigration. They can't sell their drugs. That's why they're trying to mass ship it to Europe to sell it.
I get it, but you can do that very easily. But remember when we made weed legal in most states besides conservative states who want to perpetuate raping and stuff like you just explained?
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah. We could just make it legal. We can make it way easier to come to the United States too, instead of having to buy $5,000 and possibly get raped.
Well,
you just make it easier.
Have social net programs, and you can't have socialized medicine. You can't have.
We have the least out of all the developed nations. I think we'll be fine.
Dude, what do you mean? Our what do you call that word, man? Like 2/3 of our budget is Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. We're like,
and immigrants pay that. Yeah.
Immigrants pay that? Dude, come on. I know, bro, come on. You're telling me immigrants, dude, I know, listen, I date Latinas, man. They come here. They have kids. Kids go to school. They get sick. They go to the hospital. They get free
The
medicine.
numbers show that all of this stuff comes out in the wash and it pays for itself times 7.
How does somebody who just pops into the country last year, has a kid, which is, you would agree medical costs are outrageous, right? So literally has a kid, then sends that kid to school, then has a minimum wage job. Like I just said, they take the minimum wage job. How is that person's taxes covering all that cost?
So have you ever Googled this? They paid $97 billion in taxes last year. The people that go to your schools, I don't know if you know how schools are paid for, but they're paid for by local taxes, which 100% of undocumented pay at 100% rate. Same thing with...
Wait, you just made my argument. So you're taking American tax dollars, people who've been in this country or like buying property, and then you're just giving it to schools that are then having people...
Immigrants are paying them. Immigrants are making these schools solvent. Immigrants are paying these.
Own homes. They don't own homes.
Oh my God, bless your heart. Okay, every single person that pays for that lives in an apartment should not have their kids go to school.
No, I would agree with that. But what you're trying to...
They're paying property taxes, right?
You're doing a false dichotomy.
No, I'm not. Their money goes to the tax system. Their money, just like my money goes. I rent.
They don't have good paying jobs.
Again, then you're just complaining about nothing. You want those good paying jobs to go to 16-year-olds or something?
Wait. No, I'm saying they don't have good paying jobs.
What makes you say that?
Because, okay, so you think somebody who came here from a different country can't speak English well, is getting paid well when they get here? How are they getting paid well?
They're 80% more likely to become entrepreneurs. They're people that work and are overrepresented in industries where you can get paid well, like construction, farming. You can get paid decent. Not a lot of people want to be roofers. You can get paid well. I used to pay these people. I used to pay construction workers. They were undocumented.
So let me ask you this. So companies that didn't use undocumented labor, would they not give you a higher price?
They would. So we look at
my fucking point. Holy shit.
We look at the effects of mass deportation, and it would make housing prices skyrocket. It would make grocery prices skyrocket. Good. So that's what you're doing. You're destroying the economy because of your feelings.
Good. It's a short-term pain.
No, it's long-term. No, it's a long-term pain.
Because when you go to Popeyes, buddy, are you seeing young teenagers working at your Popeyes? No, it's some Middle Easterner who's bringing his family here, paying them a ridiculously low wage.
He's creating opportunity too. So you're just looking at the point of sale at Popeyes. You're not looking at the rest of his transactions throughout his life and where he creates demand, and people have to get hired for that.
You look white. I assume you're white, right?
Yeah.
So do you not believe in the idea that like your ancestors created something special for yourself? So you have zero heritage pride in your heritage.
My ancestors owned slaves.
Yeah, but your ancestors also built America then.
No, the slaves did.
Okay, well that's actually a really bad argument. You know why? Because that's saying that slave labor is productive, which is actually like an egregious argument to make. To say that slave labor
is it's very productive. How is it not productive? Free labor?
So did we not become a richer country when slavery ended? Are you literally arguing that slavery is good for the economy and production? You're literally arguing that.
I'm arguing that it was, yeah.
So you're so slavery makes the world a better, more innovative place?
No, you just have to conflate the fact that it's morally good and economically good. Of course, slave labor is fantastic for anybody who owns the slaves. It's fucking free labor. Thank you so much for the kick. Somebody, Georgia exercised the kick. Thank you so much. $10 from Justin says, have you seen that we sank an Iranian ship with a sub and they refused to rescue survivors after? This was today. Whoa. Kelsey with $50. Thank you for the fucking $50 sushi coffee over whatever makes you less depressy. I've missed watching your lives. Thank you so much. Bro was scared to death to form his opinions based on, like, a few truths. Is mass deportation bad for the economy? Yes. There's nobody who argues it's not. And he's just trying to figure out ways, just little silly, like, rackets he has in his head about how immigrants hurt his feelings. And now if you look at this, there's somebody at KFC who took it like a job and he was immigrant. But if you look at the whole picture, That person at KFC is coming and buying all of his shit from us. He's coming and buying all of his stuff from U.S. businesses. He's renting from a U.S. landlord. He's partaking in the economy. He's paying. Not all of them have kids. Some of them pay taxes for your kids to go to school. Some of them pay taxes for Social Security and Medicare to be solvent, and they pull $0 from it. And you're like, I think we're taking advantage of them. And my solution to help these poor people you're taking advantage of is to kidnap them and send them to a random country. They need that. It's in their best interest. I date Latinas is also not a source. Fuck. I've dated Latinas too, and I advise against it. I'm sorry, all Latinas. I love you. A Latino woman hurt his feelings. Guys, you're not alone. We're not all bad. All right, it's true. Careful what you say, Buster. All right, I'm chill. I'm not serious, guys. I'm just kidding. I bet he doesn't want to raise minimum wage either. Yeah, for sure, doesn't. I just lost Latina's vote. Damn. Not pulling well with the Latinas today. But the uneducated, they love me. Someone should call ICE on his business. He says he hires undocumented people. I don't have that business anymore. And technically, I'm not hiring anybody in that instance. If you know anything about how any of it works, what I would do is I would pay somebody through a 1099. They would have a W-9, meaning they're independent contractors. They have an independent tax identification number, which is a replacement for a Social Security card. If you are a undocumented migrant, you can get one of these, and you can pay taxes. I would pay these people. The IRS would also send me a 1099 at the end of the year. Go, here's what, or actually, I would send it to them, and they would get a bill saying these are your tax liabilities at the end of the year. And if they didn't pay, the IRS would send me a letter saying, hey, this person who you paid through an ITIN seems to be fraudulent or had a no-show for a court case. And I would not be able to pay that individual anymore if they did something wrong. No, your guess, not you. Oh. Still, it's worth talking about, worth explaining. How can you pay taxes if you can't get a job with ITIN? So again, you're not getting an employment. You're employing yourself when you have an ITIN. You're a contractor. Trump candidates won in 24 or 28 U.S. House of Representatives primary contests. You mean of? Have you seen all the special elections in Trump counties that absolutely have just been destroyed? Beth would just like to remind everyone that an immigrant seeking political asylum in the 80s just gave America an Olympic gold medalist. Love ya. Beth, thank you so much. So true, dude. Immigrants objectively make this country great. Just literally got us a gold medal. But my communities, there's a community I saw and there's a bunch of brown people and they're not white no more and I'm scared and it's going to happen all over the place. This is what I wanted to show this guy. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. Like I was thinking like a game of Risk. So This is the United States. And forgive me, all right? I draw better than Trump, okay? Fuck off. This is the United States. This is like the fractures in some of the communities. If you believe this to be true, this is some fracturing you'll see in communities. We'll call it. We'll just say this is a big red dot. This is a bad thing happening. And Republicans want to resolve this. So Republicans say, and this is 20% of the country, by the way. Republicans, we're just going to give them this section right here. Republicans say we want all of them gone. And the left half of the country, they say, I don't like the way this party is behaving. Their bigotry is even more of a deal breaker. So now we have the entire country divided. This is all divided now. Entirely, because you can't get along with some people in your local communities. The whole country is divided. And even if you finish kicking out all those people you hate, it's still going to be divided more than ever. This is not going to bring anything back like to a place where we're socially peaceful or graceful. It's going to make it worse. So if the only thing you can point to is not a monetary or criminal thing that is coming out of mass deportation, if it's simply just you thinking you're going to live in some utopia, you're not. This is the dynamic that's going to be left. Fractured entirely. The immigrant scapegoat has somehow worked on Republicans for 50-something years now. I know. As humans, I think it's just something about our nature where we're able to scare people, fearmonger people into voting against their best interest. There'll always be a conservative thing, I'm sure, like more so than the left. Love you back, Tyler. Thank you. Guys, that's why I'm also just not mean to everybody who I think's talking shit, because I'm wrong a lot. I think someone's talking shit and they're not. I think I went on a rant the other day and it was somebody who was friendly. Chat, thank you so much for all of the support tonight. We're about to hit 4 hours. I think I might get back on my get back on the grind. It's time to game. Why should somebody's entire life be dictated by this side of an imaginary line you grew up on? I agree. Your spawn point should be so irrelevant. Your spawn point, you can't choose. And if you want to partake in the American experiment and you're not committing heinous crimes, you should be allowed to come. You should be able to. Why not? It helps everybody. If you just learn to see past it and not hurt your feelings, I don't know. It'd be really good. Really good for everybody. You may join me. You two balance me out. Oh, well, thank you, Tyler. I can stream Final Fantasy on my alt account, but if you guys report me for using mods, I will carry out a violent act somewhere on someone. You think I'm calm. I sit here looking calm with like my engine revved at 9,000 RPMs. Someone's calling me. Report. Don't tell me you were part of Mayor. What's Mayor? I'm sorry. All right, chat, I love you. I am going to... I'm going to stream them out. I'm going to try streaming on my alt. We're going to stream them out. Should I stream them out? Fuck. I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to stream... If anybody actually wants to watch me play, come to my Discord. I have a gaming Discord. It's in the announcements of my original Discord. If you want to see me stream, I will stream my gameplay, but I'm not going to stream it online. I will get banned. I will get banned from this game, and I have a billion hours invested. Yeah. Come play it on, come watch it on my Discord. It's Infinite Gray. I'll repost it if you guys want to see it. I'll do that. Chat, I love you. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.